Racer's Prayer. We're going to do the Racer's Prayer. After that, we'll do a moments of silence for all the victims from the Hurricane Helene. And then we'll do the national anthem. Lord, I pray as I race today, keep me safe along the way. Not only me, but as they perform the jobs they do. I know, God, that in a race, I, the driver, must set the pace. But in this race of life, I pray, help me, Lord, along the way. Although I know I am a sinner, help me believe that with God, I am always a winner. Amen. Moment of silence.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free? And
Let's go racing. Up next is a modified heat race. We need modifieds lined up on pit road heat races, getting ready to watch the fireworks in the heat races, setting them up for the feature event. Once again, we need the modifieds lined up on pit road for your heat races.
Yeah, basically all we have left to do is run that Atwell Exterior Services climb to the pole and the two heat races, one presented by, of course, at the fine folks with Prime Electrical Solutions, and then Gen 3 Performance Imaging heat races 1 and 2. And then we have the Atwell Exterior Services climb to the pole. And then Tim Southern, our programs, we're feature racing the rest of the night before, hopefully 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be, should be a good, quick night, some awesome racing.
Yeah, the drivers are actually coming up from the concourse, Tim. We're seeing the souvenirs. And hey, by the way, if you still want to purchase swag from DIRTcar Modified Mafia, Brandon and Sean will go back to the officials trailer. If you just go right there next to the officials trailer, you can go in there and purchase a T-shirt or a hoodie or whatnot. So, and the drivers are heading back to the pit area. They got to take care of some business. Right.
One thing about it, the fans and all that need to support these drivers buying their T-shirts and hoodies.
Sir.
That's help keeps the program going. It's very important. We appreciate everybody buying all the souvenirs from all the drivers, whether it be your weekly favorite to selling a T-shirt or hat, or somebody traveling series coming to Natural Bridge Speedway. We just love seeing everybody support each other.
Sure. Bandolero driver, Noah Evans. Noah Evans, if you want to come up to the broadcast booth and say hello, my friend, you're more than welcome to. Langley Austin, if he wants to come over as well, we'd love to hear from you. Of course, Noah Evans drives the Double Deuce number 22 Legends car for INEX and U.S. Legends cars, and obviously making a visit here first time at Natural Bridge Speedway. Well, we're getting down to it. As we mentioned, feature racing the rest of the night after we have two heat races, the climb to the pole. And again, Tim, cut the pressure with a knife. 1 point separates Ray Cable and Ty Norder to the Northern Series National Championship. And Michael Altabelli is in a cat's whisker, has an opportunity if they have a bad night to capitalize and come in and spoil the party before we end tonight here in the Commonwealth.
And you know that's exactly what he's thinking. He wants to spoil the party. So he's going to put on a show, I'm sure of that.
That's exactly right. He's Tim Southern. I'm Wesley Outland on behalf of the World Racing Group with Brian Carter, Samuel Driggers, and DIRTcar Racing, Brandon Rife, Don Mercer, Sean, all of our amazing crew. We welcome you to, of course, coverage of tonight's final race of the Northern Championship season of the DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour presented by VP Racing Fuels. It is the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships. Got to have a badass name to describe a bad race that we're going to see here tonight on this awesome racetrack at Natural Bridge Speedway. $5,000 on the line, the championship, the bragging rights here for the Northern Series. And by the way, we race again for the Southern Championship next week in Elm City, North Carolina.
Y'all going to have a busy couple of weeks, it sounds like, Wesley.
It is. And obviously a lot of drivers are getting ready for the not only that, but Charlotte and the World Short Track Championship. And Noah Evans, you showed up at a dirt track, man. What do you think of Natural Bridge, my friend? Welcome.
This is only the second dirt track I've been to, and I got to say I'm impressed so far. This is my family's kind of area. We come up and visit here every year. So,
Jackie, if you want to show our camera here, Noah Evans is in the broadcast booth with us. You're not seeing anything else, Tim, if you want to turn around. He's Tim Southern. Noah Evans is right here in the middle. I'm Wesley Outlet, obviously. And, man, what made you decide to make the trip to come up here to Natural Bridge Speedway tonight?
well, my family, we're on our yearly vacation, so we just decided to come up to Natural Bridge, Virginia, and we remember that a Speedway was up here. So we decided to come up here and check out this little track.
What do you think of it?
Man, this is amazing. This is only second dirt track I've been to ever, and so far I'm super impressed with the way this place runs.
Now, what was the first one?
Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
There you go.
North Carolina.
Yes, sir. I'll be there in a couple of weeks to close out the month of October with, of course, several times this year. Tim Southern, we've had the DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour and the Vision Wheel Steel Block Bandit Stir Late Model Challenge. They were just here a couple of weeks ago with the Tommy Bear Memorial. Well, of course, we do co-sanctioned events like the Mark Batt Memorial and more. And that's going to be a fun time if you're down in Boone City at Fayetteville, North Carolina. Should be a good one. Hey, I said it jokingly with Tim before the broadcast went live. We should look at maybe doing bandoleros on dirt. What do you think?
I know that a couple teams have tested it, but I think the problem is the flat underbody. Everything's going to get caught under that, and especially with it being chain driven, one little pebble can end your entire night. So it would be fun to run bandos on dirt. I'd love to see it happen one day, but it's going to take a long time for development in the near future.
Tim, what they need to do is do like the NASCAR Cup Series next gen car, just put a little undercarriage.
That's right,
under
just
the
put
bandolero,
undercarriage.
right?
I mean, they want to race on dirt, they do what they got to do.
Some group tires, new underbody, that would definitely help us out a little
Just
bit.
put a little undercarriage on it, make sure that the cars stay intact in the rear end. But man, this has got to be. Does it make you want to get a modified or say, "Hey, Dad, put me in a late model. I want to run dirt"?
It does, and I used to race mini stocks, as you know, and seeing these cars out here makes me want to get in the dirt mini stock and maybe go try to run a dirt race. So maybe in the near future, you might see me at a dirt track.
Well, of course, he ran at Wake County Speedway. What'd you get, 2 or 3 wins this year?
2 wins this year.
2 wins at Wake County Speedway. One of them came when the Z-Max Cars Tour was there back on August the 24th. So a fun year for you. What's your plans for 2025? Could we see Noah Evans do some dirt racing?
Maybe not next year, but definitely in the near future. I'm running the number 22 Bandolero again next year at Wake County Speedway. We might be looking at running the Thanksgiving Classic this year at Southern National. So mostly asphalt racing next year, but maybe sometime in the future I'll get my tires dirty.
Matter of fact, Michael Diaz at Kinley's racing tonight and tomorrow afternoon. And of course, the Thanksgiving Classic is going to be a big race in Kinley on Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And in addition to that, the following weekend, Boku's of money on the line for Legends and Bandolero. So, I mean, it's going to be a good time. Amanda Bradley's son, Wyatt Coffey. You know Wyatt, right?
Yes,
He's been doing well
this
year.
He has, and I believe he won the national championship for Bandoleros down up in Iowa. So definitely it's always a pleasure to race with Wyatt, and he gave me a lot of good runs this year. So looking forward to getting back out there at Wake County, maybe looking forward to running Charlotte in the road course this year for the INEX Bandoleros Winter Series. So
he's talking about Wyatt Coffey, obviously Wyatt, the national champion for U.S. Legends cars, and obviously he's already been running late models, super late models,
first late model race the other night.
A couple of weeks ago, he won on a Friday night before the Tommy Bear Memorial in a crate car. So definitely a phenom. These young superstars like Wyatt Coffey as well as Noah Evans. Noah, pleasure. Thanks for coming up to the broadcast booth, man. Let everybody know how they can follow you on the world of social media, my friend.
So I'm Racer Evans 22 on Instagram, Noah Evans on Facebook. You can just follow me either one of those. My YouTube channel is going to get up and running soon. Once again, Racer Evans 22. So go ahead and follow me on there, and I'll look to see you guys at a short track near you.
There you go. Thank you very much, Noah Evans. And of course, we're getting ready for the heat races. They are coming up here any moment. We're going to thank our sponsors as we are getting closer and closer to the championship finale of the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships from Natural Bridge Speedway. This is the Community Radio Network and DIRTcar on CRN via YouTube.
Well, Wesley, with all your contacts, you should have tried to hook this young man up with a dirt car to drive here tonight. So next time you come back from family vacation, call Wesley. He'll use his influence and hook you up with a car.
Man, I'd love to run it one day.
I already had one guy scald because I haven't been able to get him a sponsor yet, okay? It's got poor guy blew his engine. Been trying to help him find some sponsors, and that's Ray Cable, by the way, in that number 90 car. So, all right, we're going to take a break and thank our sponsors more from Natural Bridge, Virginia in just a moment.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
I'm your GPS. Turn right up ahead. You never update me, so now I just have to wing it. I meant turn left up ahead. Recalculating. Turn right now! And your 15-minute insurance may not pay for all this. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Recalculating.
Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
I'm your blind spot. And my job is easy. Hide big things. You're good. And if you named your own price on car insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate. You can save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Shop less, get more. Make one call to an Allstate agent. 1931 was not exactly a great year to start a business, but that's when Allstate opened its doors. And through the 12 recessions since, they've noticed that after the fears subside, a funny thing happens. People start enjoying the small things in life. A home-cooked meal. Time with loved ones. Appreciating the things we do have, the things we can count on. It's back to basics. And the basics are good. Protect them. Put them in good hands.
I'm a bee, and I bumbled my way into your car. Buzz. Oh, man. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, paying for this could really sting. So get Allstate. I'm your football-obsessed best man. When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate. I'm a rusty old boat hitch, and I am barely hanging on. And while we're still miles from the lake, I'm gonna launch this boat right here. See ya. Get Allstate. Save money on auto insurance and be protected from mayhem. Yeah. like me.
One of the newest partners of the Community Radio Network is Fast Track Designs. Johnny Hamilton wants to take care of all of your design business, whether it's getting big checks to hang up in the race shop after race night, for trophies, banners, and more. They handle everything at Fast Track Designs. Vinyl graphics, vehicle lettering, signs and banners. Hey, you need jackets, polo shirts, t-shirts made? They also do custom printed apparel. Proud to be a partner of the Community Radio Network. Contact my buddy Johnny Hamilton today at 252-907-9140. That's 252-907-9140. Or go online to Facebook at Fast Track Designs and Graphics. Everything you need, they've got you covered on the Fast Track to looking great, whether it's with a banner or a shirt or a check. Let Fast Track Designs take care of those needs with Johnny Hamilton right now.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Spring, summer, fall. Your heating and air conditioning is paramount for your home, your business, commercial, industrial, and Total Refrigeration takes care of you always. Let the man they call Block give you 24-hour emergency service, licensed and insured. That's right. Total Refrigeration, heating and AC will take care of all of your needs. Whether you're a commercial, residential, industrial refrigeration, your business is their priority. 24-hour emergency service. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Located, of course, in Elm City, but they cover all parts of eastern North Carolina. Call them today at 252-650-4061. And if you have an emergency and you have their services guaranteed, as I mentioned, 24-hour service, 252-315-1482. Block, Total Refrigeration. They'll keep you cool. They'll keep you warm always. We're back here, obviously, Natural Bridge Speedway field getting into position. We're ready to go with the first of two heat races. This is Prime Electrical Solutions heat race number 1. Drivers include Robert Kramer, Justin Cullum, Brad Hamilton, Ryan Toole, Stephen Bryant, Andre Layfield, Lamborghini, Polvoy, and Miller. And we're ready to go racing, Tim.
8 laps is the distance. It's going to be a shootout.
Oh, boy, is that Kramer? I believe it's the 11, actually. Robert Kramer in trouble in the wall in turn 4. Kept on going. We're 1 lap in. Joey Polvoy's in the lead. I'll tell you what, watching him work at turn 3, Tim, Polvoy's got a really good race car. Now, look, they just scraped the top of the racetrack. You can still, for those watching on our DIRTcar on CRN video feed via YouTube, see that there's a berm up there, the cushion, if you will. And, I don't want to hit those rumble strips right now.
Oh, I wouldn't want to either, but he's dangerously close right up on the very top in both sets of turns, 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Watch him there. right up next to the berm.
Yeah, he's making it work. Joey Povoy in his own world right now, up in front. Justin Colum in that second spot, working off of turn number 3 and 4 as they come down to the line. We just passed halfway in this 8-lap heat race. 4 down, 4 to go. It looks like Povoy, whatever problems he had in hot laps earlier at Stokes Apparel, hot laps here in the sunlight, it is not affecting him now under the lights now with the Tim.
No, sir. The track is coming back around. I think some of the tackiness of the track is coming back. In the grooves, it looks like you've got several cars running different lanes. Nobody's sticking either all the way on the bottom or all the way on the top. It looks like the cars are using every inch of this racetrack.
In their own little world right now and doing a phenomenal job. It's currently 2 laps to go now. Joey Povoy still continuing to hit his marks in that number 51 machine. This will determine the lineup as Samuel Lamborghini going behind the wall. Here comes the field working off turn 4. Tim, white flag in the air, final lap of the Prime Electrical Solutions heat number 1 here at Natural Bridge.
It's amazing. 8 laps, no cautions, Wesley.
And here comes Joey Povoy working off turn 4 to the line. Checkered flag. And the Powelton, Virginia driver picks up the win here in heat race number 1 in car number 51. Joey Povoy taking heat race number 1, presented by Prime Electrical Solutions. And remember, Tim, he struggled so badly earlier in hot laps, in Stokes Apparel hot laps. He found speed, and that car is doing a phenomenal job here right now with that 51 machine.
Yes, he found something when he went back to pits, made some adjustments, and you can tell those adjustments have really paid off.
So Joey Povoy in the Beakish-built chassis with a McClendon race engine. Sponsored by Victory Automotive, Mike's Machine, Jamie Wood Real Estate, and Brett Hamilton Enterprises is going to win Prime Electrical Solutions heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 coming up here. And again, they'll be ready to roll on the racetrack, climb to the pole coming up next. And Tim, the racetrack looked like it's starting to work like they wanted to during the intermission. They wanted to kind of get the track from the top to the bottom. We're seeing that happen right now.
Yes, we are, most definitely. I mean, hats off to the track crew. I tell you, they do a great job week in and week out here at Natural Bridge Speedway.
And we're getting ready now for what will be the final preliminary heat race of the night. That, of course, will be the drivers of the Gen 3 Performance Imaging heat race number 2. And of course, this one again will be 8 laps. Drivers getting ready to be introduced once we get the lineup set. Again, big thanks to Joseph Aaron Swan, Gen 3 Performance Imaging, for being a sponsor for the series. Heat race number 2 on the pole from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina. Troy Loomis in the 11L and Jesse Root from Sophia, West Virginia, row 1. Austin Wayne Self in the 23Z for AM Racing from Statesville, North Carolina. Alyssa Rowe from Chambersburg, PA in row 2. Dalton Goff, Brent Bordeaux, Jeff Solinger, Dave Botkin. We're green. All right, let's settle it here now. Final preliminary of the night in the climb to this next team. They're in 1.
Side by side. Look at that, side by side, coming down the back straightaway. Something you normally don't see, but these guys are, one way high up on the berm there. Almost went over in turn number 3.
Yeah, trying to hold it together as they work back into the corner again, down into turn number 1 and 2. Jackie Posey, by the way, our videographer. She is not like a professional one with Dirt on Dirt or Flow Racing, right? She's just here helping me out. And we got
She's
the
doing
cars
a heck of
working
a
their
good
way.
job.
Yes, she is. Yeah. And this is actually her first work of the night. She's been kind of taking it all in, relaxing until up to now. Now she's on the camera as right now. We look at them working to the corner. Kramer, obviously it's Troy Loomis still up in front, leading this way here. Heat race number 2, 8 laps the distance. This determines, if you will, the 8th starting spot as well. Row number 4 is decided from these 2 heat races. Troy Loomis in his own world, checking out from everybody. Austin Wayne Self right there in that second spot. Jesse Roop third. How about that young lady, Alyssa Rowe in the number 55. And the time is running out. We're halfway home. Now 2 to go. And the good thing is, Tim Southern, everybody is going to the A-Main. Regardless of what happens here tonight, you're going to the A-Main feature.
Yep, that is awesome. Awesome way for racing to happen. Don't have to worry about racing a B-Main or anything else. Everybody's going to have a chance for that $5,000.
Everybody going to the show. That's all the good thing to know. Everyone's going to the show, no matter what happens.
White flag in the air, final lap for this group of modifieds.
Yeah, this is the final lap, isn't it? Right now, working their way around the racetrack. Down the back straightaway. Up in front. North Carolina proudly represented.
Checkered flag in the air.
Yes, sir. Troy Loomis. Troy Loomis getting it done. Behind him, Austin Wayne Self. Jesse Roop. Some of these drivers getting it finished, as you mentioned, Tim, here in heat number 2. We mentioned Langley and Franklin County. Tim, you ever been to Franklin County Speedway?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Been there a few times. Seen some good racing there.
Racy little place for sure.
Yes, it is.
Well, coming up is going to be the Atwell Exterior Services Climb to the Pole. It is coming up next. We're also approaching the top of the hour. We'll pause very quickly for 10 seconds of network identification. This is DIRTcar on CRN. And a word from our sponsor, the Climb to the Pole, presented by Atwell Exterior Services. On deck next from Natural Bridge, Virginia.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
All right, welcome back. Tim Southern, Wesley Outlet here with you in our broadcast booth. As the climb to the pole, they put climb to the ladder. It's climb to the pole. Atwell Exterior Services climb to the pole. Big thanks, by the way, to Trevor Atwell for what he does for not just racing in the modifieds, late models, dirt, pavement. Atwell Exterior Services based out of Greenville, North Carolina, the climb to the pole. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So here's what's about to happen. 6 drivers are ready to go here in the climb to the pole. Now, Tim Southern, it is going to be Michael Altabelli and Ty Norder for round number 1. Number 6 can bump number 5 and advance to the next round. You have to, of course, race side by side, green, white checker. You can't jump the start. You have to follow the DIRTcar rule book for this. And obviously, the man at the top of the mountain will be the driver that starts on the pole for the feature race coming up here later on tonight. Climb to the pole is green. Up first, Michael Altabelli from Saxton, Pennsylvania. Typhoon Ty Norder. Pennsylvania, North Carolina, going at it here. Side by side. Working off 4 to the white flag. One more lap to go. Ty Norder sparks on the Longhorn Chassis Factory machine. Up in front, Tim Southern, he's got an easy climb on to the next round. It is going to be Ty Norder, number 5, taking down Michael Altabelli in the 58, number 6.
Yeah, Michael got up in that high stuff, got up in that loose stuff. I tell you, he just lost a lot of traction. He's going to have to redo his setup and figure out a way because he's going to have to battle his way back now.
And just like that, just like that. Number 6 starter will be Michael Altobelli. Ty Norder will be starting in the 5th position, but he advances on to round 2. And his next driver he'll take on is, believe it or not, the man that he's battling by 1 point for the Northern Championship, the Sykesville, Maryland driver of Ray Cable. Ray Cable in the car number 90. 1 point, 498 and 497 between these drivers. Ray Cable, Ty Norder, round 2. Tim, the winner of this round, will take on Carter Miller, and so on as we'll move to the front row.
And you know, neither one of these guys are wanting to lose. Ty's wanting to win this one too, so he can keep moving up that ladder to get that pole position.
Ty Norder, Michael Altobelli from the first round. Of course, Altobelli starting 6th, Ty Norder, Ray Cable. And we're underway. Look at Ty Norder going up the racetrack, up the hill. Side by side, Ray Cable on the bottom. These are your drivers fighting for the championship as well, mind you. White flag, Ray Cable up in front. Norder's going to battle back on the outside, and he got loose. Tim and 2.
Got up in that loose stuff, and I tell you, but here he comes on the back straightaway. Let's see what he can do. He's going right back to the very top. Oh, no, got up in that real loose stuff. Let's see. Nope, he cannot do it.
Norder up high. Ray Cable. Norder. They're separated by 1 point for the championship, and Ray Cable takes down Norder. Oh, and by the way, Norder will start 5th. So right now, the way they qualified in the 3rd row earlier tonight, Michael Altobelli will start 6th. Ty Norder will start 5th. And yes, you could possibly see them run the table for the original lineup. It could happen. And now Ray Cable, number 4 seed, moves into the quarterfinal round now, Tim, to take on a super late model modified ace in Salem, Virginia's Carter Miller in 35.
And I tell you, Carter Miller was awful fast in practice.
Along one another, Carter Miller, Ray Cable, they're going to take it all the way down to the VP Race Fuels making PowerPoint. You've got Virginia and Maryland right beside one another. I call him the Iceman in that car number 90. Ray Cable getting the signal shown from Brandon Rife down in the VP Race Fuel, making PowerPoint box. They fire. Miller's gone. I think he jumped the start.
It looked like it was a jump to me.
And just like that, I think Carter Miller's going to get parked here. Carter Miller's going to get sent to the pit area. He is out. Ray Cable's going to the... Remember what we talked about. You can't jump the start. You have to fire within the box. There is no second chances, Tim Southern. It is description. It's basically given the description in that driver's meeting before this begins. Carter Miller got a little antsy, and Ray Cable will now move on to the semifinals. His next opponent is defending Northern Series champion Matoka Flash of Chris Arnold. Side by side, let's watch and see what goes on here. Semifinal round, winner will face, coming up, Cole Hilton, the Cole Bandit. Back straight away. Boy, Ray Cable's got momentum.
Yes, he's got down. I mean, he's down on the very bottom of the racetrack. He's trying to find any kind of moisture there is.
White flag, up high, little too high.
Little too high, got up in that loose stuff, lose a little bit there, coming down the back straightaway. Just doesn't have enough horsepower to pull up to him now.
And he pulls away. Chris Arnold knows he's out of it. Chris Arnold will start in the 3rd spot. As now, Ray Cable, who started 4th from qualifying, has now moved his way, guaranteed, to the front row. And here is your Northern Championship final in the Atwell Exterior Services climb to the pole. Cole Bandit, Cole Hilton, and of course, Ray Cable, the Iceman. They're going to get 1 to go and they'll fire back up at the box and take off next time around. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these drivers a round of applause. Ray Cable and Cole Hilton. What do you think of this format? It's kind of like King of the Mountain.
Remember I like it. It's different. It's different, typically we do the dash for cash here.
That's
you
right.
put stop, and then however they finish is where they start. But this right here, tell you could have a bad start, bad qualifying, and still end up on the front row.
And here's your final for the Northern Series of the final time this year. Firebox. It is going to be Cable on the outside. The man that's trying to win the Northern Championship and the man that's trying to redeem himself and lock up a pole here tonight for the
Here he goes
A-Main.
diving down on the very bottom, trying
Cole
to get
Hilton
down there.
outside.
Can he do it?
Side by side, white flag. Oh, baby. Hilton on the outside, but Cable's on
Look
the
at him.
bottom.
Down on the very bottom of the racetrack, trying to figure out a way to get up and battle. He wants that number one spot bad.
Can he get him? Cable, final time. He went too high, jumps the cushion. Cole Bandit wins the final Northern Series. Climb to the pole of 2024 at Natural Bridge Speedway. And he was the Pot Bit qualifying Down East Metal Fast time driver. And Tim Southern, he is going to lead the field to the green
Yes, he
flag
is.
for 40 laps, 5,000 to win tonight in the Commonwealth. What a job for Cole Bandit. Cole Hilton, the number 99. And preliminary action is done. We're ready to go feature racing.
Yes, we are ready to get the racing action underway.
Yes, sir.
Street stocks will be the first feature of the event tonight. Street stock, we need you lined up on pit road. Street stock division, lined up on pit road for your 20-lap feature.
I got so many papers here. We got street stocks coming up. Then it'll be the late models.
Yep.
28 cars, 30 laps, the pure stocks, and then, of course, the modifieds. And all we have left to do is run feature races the rest of the night. How about that?
I tell you what, it's going to be some good action here tonight. Lineup for the street stocks here tonight to be the 23 of Howard Hall on the pole. Beside him be the 15 of Rick Potter. Then the 50 of Keith Herring in the second row. The 97 of Ben Hamilton. Third row, 25 of Dylan Thompson. 18 beside him, the 18 of Matt Marshall. Fourth row, the 45 of Keith Nelson. Beside him, the 55 of Kyle Braid. The fifth row, the 16 of Scott Cyrus. Beside him, the 1 of Eddie Nelson. Once again, 20 laps is the distance tonight for the street stock division. Howard Hall on the pole is your 2023 street stock champion on the pole. Thank a few of our sponsors here at Natural Bridge Speedway: Cecil B. Arthur, Thomas Clark Performance, Double Nickel Race Cars, BHR 55 Fabrication, MPM Precision Marketing, Bank of Botetourt, Austin Electric Construction, CNS Disposal, Coffee's Excavating and Septic, W.R. Deacon and Sons Timber, Tri-State Vintage Dirt Series, Fairfield Tire, Dave Reynolds, Jenny Property Solutions, LLC, Wilson's Insurance Agency, Bradley's Trucking, Checkered Flag Graphics, Cash's Parts and Repair, SRI, LaJoy, Pepsi, State Farm Insurance, Brent Hershey Agent, Rayfield Medical Associates, Dr. Rob Marsh, Pitboxes.com, Sunrise Barbecue, Payne Enterprise Incorporated, K1 Race Gear, in memory of David Ruley, number 38. Hey, Joka Plumbing, City and County Real Estate, JDR Trucking, No Mo Worries, Miller Pipeline, Lexington Moose Lodge, 1700. Special thanks to Kenny Bradley for stepping up and taking over the racetrack this year. And much thanks to Amanda Bradley for promoting and running excellent events here at Natural Bridge Speedway. Once again, 20 laps is the distance of the street stock. Flagman Chad going to give them one to go. Right here, going to be going green flag racing, this time off of 4. Don't forget to visit your concession stand. A lot of good food in there. Hot dogs, hamburgers, bologna burgers, chili chips and cheese, all kinds of candy, cold drinks. Probably got some coffee and hot chocolate in there if you ask for it. Once again, going green flag racing, this time off of 4.
You have a son? Really? Damn, dude. How? Yeah, come on up.
Green flag in the air for Howard Hall in the street stocks.
Wait a minute. When I announced them, they were during COVID. We got them right there.
Rick Potter looking to the outside of Howard Hall. Now he's diving down on the very bottom of the racetrack. Who will it be? Howard Hall leads the first lap. Rick Potter looking to the inside. In third, you got Keith Herron. Oh, a little bit of contact, but he holds on to it. Hey, can you put the race pass up for me?
Yes, I'm sorry. My bad. All right. There you go.
You got Howard Hall is your leader, followed by Rick Potter in the 15 to 50 of Keith Herron in third, 18 of Matt Marshall in fourth, 25 of Dylan Thompson in fifth, sixth, the 55 of Kyle Bray, seventh, the 97 of Ben Hamilton, eighth, the 45 of Keith Nelson, ninth, the 16 of Scott Cyrus, and 10th, Ed Nelson. Ben Hamilton just moved up to the 6th position. Keith Nelson moved up to the 7th. Kyle Bray fell back 2 spots to the 8th position. Howard Hall's trying to put some distance between him and Rick Potter. Keith Herron trying to set his sights on Rick Potter, take over that 2nd position. Rick Potter goes up high on the racetrack. Looks like he really caution comes out.
He said he came to Franklin County a long time ago. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, did I tell you about the time we were back in June? And somebody told us that. Oh, I heard. And the guy come up here, and me and JD were working the race, and he said, I just want to let you know Bonnie Taylor died. And we were like, and I actually tried to call you. Yeah. And you didn't answer your phone. Well, they're probably racing that night. And I said, well, the guys, I think we just got news that Bonnie Taylor passed away in Buckwild. And
race director, get him lined back up here. We'll be back under racing power here very shortly.
And I was just like, that's what I told myself. I told JD, I said, don't ever trust him. I thought it was because he lived in the area.
Looks like the 18 and the 25. Talking about they don't agree. Looks like the 18 is going to fall back in line in the 5th position.
Kimberly hates you right now, right? His 2 older sisters. Yeah, I seen you texting me talking shit. I was like, it's I tell him.
Looks like we might get one more lap, then we'll be back under racing power.
Was you at Martinsville last week? I haven't been to Martinsville since you. Really? Yeah. I haven't been back since 2019. It just ain't the same no more. They've ruined that race, man. That between that, the ride by. So are you letting Chris Carter and Doc Love? Chris and Doc had a falling out. Chris is no longer on.
Light is out. Flagman Chad going to give him one to go right here. Going to be going green flag racing, this time off of 4 for Howard Hall and the street stocks.
Jackie, this is my friend Langley Austin. Langley used to be Franklin County Speedway, race 22. I used to do his radio shows in Martinsville. You did? I did. That's how long I knew your dad.
Green flag in the air for Howard Hall and the street stocks. 45 of Keith Nelson got up into loose stuff in turn 3 and 4. Keith Herron on the inside of Rick Potter. Could not close the deal coming down the back straightaway. He's down on the very bottom of the racetrack trying to figure out some way to battle Rick Potter for that second position. Trouble in turn 4. Caution coming out. 7 laps completed this 20-lap feature. $25 of Dylan Thompson having some problems down there in 3 and 4. We'll get him back up and lined up. Let Flagman Chad turn them loose here in just a few minutes.
I'll be there in the South Carolina 100. I'll be there. No, I'm sorry, Dylan is what I meant. Doing Carter at the Racing Champions race, the Battle of the Stars. I'm doing it. But honestly, dude, I just sometimes I do drag racing, sometimes I do racing dirt, sometimes I do pavement.
Flagman Chad giving one to go right here. Going to be going green flag racing, this time off of 4 for Howard Hall in the street stock. Your top 5, the 23 of Howard Hall, the 2 second is the 15 of Rick Potter, then the 50 of Keith Herron, 18 of Matt Marshall, then the 97 of Ben Hamilton. That's your top 5. Oh, Howard Hall bogged that head. Keith Herron, by that little bit of mistake, lets him run up. Oh, Keith Herron runs up into the leader of Howard Hall and takes out all 3 of the top 3. Howard Hall sort of stumbled coming out of 2. Gave Keith Herron a window to jump in there, and when he did, he just got in too deep and hit the rear of Howard Hall, spun him around, took himself, Rick Potter, and Howard Hall out on that lap.
Yeah, I saw you called me. I got it on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, just make an announcement to the ladies and the girls wanting to listen to Ralph's autograph.
Brandon, do you know Langley Austin? This is Brandon, right? With the Modified Mafia.
Rick Potter pulls into the infield, take care of some body damage.
You just literally stepped away a week ago.
2 weeks ago. Gotcha. Yeah. Nice to meet you. You too. Yeah, just make that announcement.
I will.
He's down there now. Good to see you.
Langley, good to see you, buddy. Take care of yourself. Tell Kimberly I said hello. Hey, buddy, don't drive your daddy.
Looks like Howard Hall's coming into the infield. Check out his car.
See you, buddy. Oh, hey, by the way, Langley, I had created a Facebook account. So that's me, Son of the Foster. So add me on Facebook.
Listen, I typically have rules.
Wesley S. Outlet.
I typically have rules. You get one Facebook account.
Dude, I had one Facebook account. Wesley S. Out. See you, buddy. Bye, Langley. Did you hear ringing? Somebody call me? Hey, great catching up with Langley Austin, Franklin County Speedway in Callaway, Virginia. Tim, you were telling me that you've burned some midnight oils there at that racetrack,
Yes,
right?
sir. Been there a couple times, watched some racing there. When we got, I think the couple times I did goes when I got rained out at Eastside Speedway, wanted to go watch some racing. A bunch of us rode down there and watch the race.
By the way, Alyssa Rowe, the driver, Alyssa Rowe from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, she is here. There was two ladies that were looking to have an autograph with Alyssa. Alyssa has actually left her race car. She is up on the front concourse at the grandstand concessions. The two young girls that wanted to meet Alyssa, she is, of course, available now if you want to meet her. So we're not done yet with this street stock race. I stepped away to catch up with our buddy Langley Austin, but man, that was a barn burner there.
Yes,
it was.
Lead
and all that.
Yes, it was. Just a racing incident, but some hard racing.
Late models, please line up on pit road. Okay, is it pit road in the overflow?
Pit road.
Late models, line up on pit road. You're next. 28 cars. Jackie's gonna get a migraine trying to keep up with all them cars.
Green
for the
flag in the air from Matt Marshall and the street stocks. It's been a many years since I've seen Matt Marshall. Last time I seen Matt Marshall race a street stock, it was in a green and black interstate sponsored race car.
Been a while.
Yes, it has.
Howard Hall up in front, Rick Potter, Keith Herring, Matt Marshall, Ben Hamilton, your top 5, and right now 8 of 20, nearing halfway, Tim. They're in turn 1 and 2.
The new top 5, the 18 of Matt Marshall, the 45 of Keith Nelson, 97 of Ben Hamilton, the 50 of Keith Herring, and the 55 of Kyle Brazier, top 5.
Matt Marshall up in front. Beautiful looking race car, number 18, hitting his marks. And I'll tell you what, look at how differently the modifieds, Tim, ran than the late models or the street stocks right now. I meant to say, pardon the pun. Nobody's driving the top shelf.
Nobody's staying up top.
The bottom and the middle lane is where these street stocks are, trying to get something going. As right now we got side-by-side racing behind the leader. And halfway, by the way, 10 down and 10 to go.
Here goes Keith Herring down, looking on the very bottom of the racetrack, trying to figure out how to fight Nelson for that second position. Side by side at the flag stand, it looked like Nelson had a little bit of an edge. Here goes Keith Herring, still down on the bottom. Can he? And he makes a pass coming out of 2. You got Howard Hall in the 4th position, trying to get back up there to battle. He wants that lead back. Don't know if he has enough laps to get it done. Only 8 laps to go.
Oh, you're winding down here, closing in on it. By the way, if you hear a Shih Tzu in the background, it's my family pet that we took to the racetrack with us. You know, you ever had take kids to work day? It's take dog to work day today, right? And he's barking at the race cars, and we got a battle for the lead almost going on here. Is this for the lead? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Keith Herring, Matt Marshall battling. Keith down on the very bottom of the racetrack. Can he make the pass coming out of 4? It looks like he might.
Remember the last time?
And he does. He makes the pass coming out. Last time he went that low.
Yes, sir.
Went that hard. He hit the leader and went to the rear of the field.
I was about to say that, man. I saw that when they about bonsai'd off of one another on the back straightaway and spun in turn 3. Now they're respecting one another with another lap on the board, and we're single file here, closing in on 5 to go this time by.
Keith Herring's got that station wagon. He's trying to I guarantee you his foot's going through the floorboard of that car, trying to give it everything it's got. He wants this win here tonight. Coming down on 3 laps to go for Keith Herring in the street stocks. Your top 5, Keith Herring in the 50, the 18 of Matt Marshall, the 45 of Keith Nelson, the 23 of Howard Hall, the current street stock champion for 2023.
So he's already won the championship.
He's already won the championship. He's already won the championship. They had their final points race a couple weeks ago. Rain out.
Okay.
And Howard Hall was at the lead. 2 to go by Flagman Chad. Keith Herring will be getting a white flag this time, and as he exits turn number 4.
Boy, this is it right here, right? Coming to the end of it. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Final time, Keith Herring Working that back straightaway in that race wagon, Tim, into turn
Yes,
3
he's
and 4.
going.
Here he comes.
And your winner's going to be 50 of Keith Herring, followed by the 18 of Matt Marshall. The 23 of Howard Hall went to the rear and still finished third. The 45 of Keith Nelson. 5th, the 97 of Ben Hamilton. 6th, the 25 of Dylan Thompson. 7th, the 55 of Kyle Bray. 8th, the 16 of Scott Cyrus. 9th, the 1 of Eddie Nelson. And 15th, could not come back on the racetrack after that wreck, the 15 of Rick Potter.
How about that? What a show they put on, no doubt.
Late models, we need you.
They better be lined up, right?
They better be.
And we need the pure stocks as well. Penultimate race of the night, followed by the modified Mafia Tour. I want to get you out of here in a decent hour. That's our intention. Going to victory lane. There he is, driver of that car, number 50. I believe that's the man of Keith Herring out of Buena Vista, Virginia. Tim, are you heading down to victory lane? Tim's going to go to victory lane and grab a word with the winner. All you got to do is cut the button on right there, buddy, when you're ready. There you go. I'm going to teach Tim about wireless mics and headsets and monitors and cameras and everything else. He's heading to victory lane. Ladies and gentlemen, you head there too. Car number 50 from Buena Vista, Virginia, Keith Herring picking up the win. Looks like you've got the family and friends over there in turn number 4. Let the celebration begin right here for this driver in the car number 50, getting it done. A big win here for the driver of the race wagon. Station wagon, I think of always National Lampoon's Vacation. And obviously the race wagon has got it done as well, of Keith Herring. Coming up, the late models. Amanda Bradley invites you and yours out here to Natural Bridge Speedway. Coming up next week. Next week, it is the prelude to the championship for the American Crate All-Star Series. Joseph Rush and his team invite you to come out. Prelude to the Clash, the championship race for the American Crate All-Stars. That'll be going on. In addition to that, so much more. Then it's the Fall Classic. I'll be back with you guys. I think Tim Southern will be here as well. I'll be actually making the trip back up here for the 2-day show on the 18th and 19th. And then, of course, another big event with the big championship finale here at Natural Bridge Speedway of the season with the American Crate All-Stars. Whole bunch of great things going on. Natural Bridge Speedway, social media, Natty S Speedway as well. Natty Bridge Speedway on X, social media, Instagram. They got you covered. And again, get ready for those big races coming up for the month of October. The thunder that is the late models on deck. Coming up next, we'll get them into position. But first, we await the race wagon, car number 50. And that is, of course, Keith Herring from Buena Vista, Virginia, heading to victory lane. He'll be pulling in with family, friends, loved ones, and more, teammates, colleagues, crew members. And before we introduce the starting lineup for that late model race, we will go to victory lane and get him down in victory lane. I believe Tim Southern is also heading down there to victory lane as well. It's like our camera can just catch a little glimpse of victory lane. Boo. He's pulling into victory lane. And, yeah, you're not going to get it, Jackie. It ain't going to happen. He's pulling into victory lane. The race wagon is standing by, I believe, with Tim Southern. Tim Southern is ready to grab a word with the winner. And we got late models coming up next. When Tim's ready. I think he's almost down there.
Everybody, let's get on our feet, put our hands together for the street stock champion here tonight, Keith Herring. Congratulations, Keith. There's your trophy and your winner sticker. Got to have you hold the snow code or VP. I'm used to my old way snow code, but VP Racing Fuels now. Tell you what, congratulations. You and I were talking earlier tonight. You know, you went to Beckley, so you must have learned something there. But I tell you, give us a rundown on that race. I mean, it's hard enough to win a race, but to go to the rear and come back and win it, that's an awesome feat.
Well, after all the contact there here in 3 and 4, the tires started coming in afterwards, thank God. But I was watching Howard running mid-track, and then 15 was behind of him, and I seen him wash up high coming off 2, and I was like, I might have a shot at the bottom. Dived in turn 3, and I was like, oh, man, Howard's coming down, and I'm on a break, and there's nowhere I can go. So I honestly, blunt and honest, felt like kind of shitty after that, but I was throwing everything I could to keep from getting into him. But it was a heck of a track. After we went to the rear, I was like, well, my night's done now. We're going to be playing around back here and doing what we can do. But after his dive to the inside, and everybody else was washing up a little bit or running a little bit higher, I was like, okay, let's run it in a little bit harder and see if it'll stick. And it stuck. And I seen Dad and Matt coming off turn 4 a couple of times, and I don't know if they was trying to measure by 3 miles or what they was doing. Their arms was way out like this. I was like, no, I'm still going to run it. This race is green.
Well, you got any sponsors you want to thank?
Oh, let's see. Mowing and Mower, Everett Beverly, he climbed on board about 2 weeks ago. Herring Small Engine Repair. My sister with Ramsey. I know I'm going to mess this up. I'm just going to say Wheeler Real Estate. One of them real estates. All of them do the same thing. But she works for Wheeler Real Estate. Well, that's really about it. We come down here and do the best we can, and it paid off tonight. But that move in 3, honestly, I really hated it for Howard, the 15, myself. But I mean, I guess it's a racing thing, but I don't really like to do it like that.
Understandable. Once again, congratulations, street stock champion here tonight, Keith Herring.
Thank you very much, Tim Southern down there. And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the late models. Boy, this is going to be an exciting one. 30 laps on the racetrack here at the Natural Bridge Speedway, and we're ready to give you that starting lineup as the field will be ready to roll here in a matter of moments. How about this one here? Let's give it to you as we'll go from the back to the front. We'll go from the back to
Wesley, we need to push these people. We need to get the concession stand. There ain't no line down here. I tell you, if there ain't nobody eating this good food, they're going to go home hungry. So everybody, let's go to the concession stand and get you something to eat.
Hey, Tim, grab us a couple of bologna burgers when you come back up to the booth, my friend, and a cheeseburger. Yeah,
yes,
bologna,
sir.
2 bologna burgers and a cheeseburger. Gotta love the food here at Natural Bridge Speedway. I'm a fan of bologna burgers, right? All right, it's race time. Are you ready? It's time to introduce the starting lineup for the late models. Coming up next, Pure Stocks, and then that Northern Championship for the DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour. Here's the lineup. We'll go from the front to the back on the pole. The Hammer, Joey Level. Waynesboro, Virginia, by the way, Miss Level still got her souvenirs on the main side of the tower as well. The silver number 8 to the outside, Josh Knight from Mineral, Virginia, the 23. Matt Witt and David Watch, couple of Virginia boys on row 2. Ronnie Martin Jr. and Larry Ramsey in the Orange Crush number 90. The Bull, Walker Arthur from Forest, Virginia, will fire off 7th, and Jack Brown to the outside in row 4. Bobby Thompson, Chris Barger make up your top 10. Then it's Dustin Cash and Bobby Ayers, row 6. Mark Painter, Roger Robertson Jr. making up row number 7. Ricky Wells, the Driller, and Jeremiah Marshall in the double nickel, row 8. Jacob Level, that's Joey Level's son in the 8L, and Jeff Witt making up row 9. Jesse Donald, Samuel Bryant, row number 10. There's your top 20, and we're not done yet. Moving on to row number 11. John Jennings and Derek Ayers. Row 12, Franklin Karakaffi in the 4th, and Frankie Helmick. Karakaffi and Helmick, row 12. Calvin Michael, Blake Brown. He had some smoke in hot laps. He's in the back. And the final row of 28 starters. Stephen Harrison and the 2Q of Jesse Quick. There's the starting lineup. Boy, oh boy, strap in. 30 laps. Got some big late model races on the line to close out the season for the Bradley family at Natural Bridge. Just like tonight, it is showtime. It's time to feel the thunder in the Commonwealth. And they're going to call it back. It is hashtag fake news. So the restart is being called back. We're going to have to reset and go again here. Your flagman and the tower did not like the start. Yeah, I can hear the race director inside my headset while I'm on the other side of the building in the press tower. He's probably about 15, 20 yards from me, and I can literally hear him in my headset with my headset on while I'm calling the race. The race director laying into the front row and telling Knipe and Level, you have to fire when you get to that box. The original start goes to the flagman, the cheeseburger for her. Bologna burgers for me and Tim, right? We love bologna burgers. Look at how thick they are, too. Gotta love it in the Commonwealth of Virginia. With Raceway has awesome bologna burgers, too. We're coming to green. Let's try it again. Take two. The Thunder, Tim Southern, of the late models here at the bridge. It will. I think once they let it reset, they're going to come to the line. It should update. Hopefully. 1 in of 30. Yeah, do it. Back straight away. Here comes Joey Level up in front. Oh, look at this big gaggle of traffic. Whoa, guys, trouble. Oh, no, back straight away. And we got a car stalled in turn 3 now, finally moving the number 10 car. And we're under caution, Tim. That's Mark Painter with a problem. Yep. Pure Stock, line up your races next. Pure Stock drivers, please line up your races next. And how about this, Tim? Mark Painter with a problem on the number 10 car. And we were talking about just how good his race car was, and now he's got issues.
Yep.
And he's still on the track. He's at the rear of the field, but I don't see him going behind the wall yet.
He just missed his adjustment in either brake adjustment or something. He just missed it a little bit there, Wesley. He'll be back up there running in the mid-pack, fighting for the lead again. Once again, your leader is Joey the Hammer Level, followed by the 23 of Josh Capney, the 08 of Matt Witten, the 15 junior of Ronnie Martin Jr. Then you got the 04 David Watts down one spot. He's in the 5th position. 6th position, you have the 90 of Larry Ramsey, followed by the 87 of Walker Arthur, 26 of Jack Brown, 51 of Bobby Thompson, 10th, the 47 of Bobby Ayers. That's your top 10. Race crew out there getting the racetrack cleared off. We should be back up and running here momentarily.
The leader's right here. This one? Yeah, number 8 car, silver number 8.
They're still trying to hook the car up on the back straightaway. Backing the wrecker up to it now. Hopefully they'll be able to snatch him up and get the racetrack back under good racing condition, get this race back underway.
Now, Tim, I've seen a lot of people buying hoodies. They got hoodies on. I see Joey Level hoodies for the lady at the concession stand window. You're wearing your collar shirt, though. You're a Husky guy, though. Yep. Is it cold outside, though? Little.
If I was out there sitting, yes, I'd have a hoodie on.
Okay,
But you know, all I'm
okay.
doing is going up and back. I'm not out there long enough to get chilly, but it is getting a little chilly out there.
And speaking of the Hammer Joey level, there's that awesome looking sweatshirt that you can get on the concourse from this level. That beautiful looking sweatshirt. I see one of the young ladies down below at the concessions having one on, and they have those hoodies and t-shirts. And we got Modified Mafia t-shirts and hoodies. Jackie, our camera lady, wants a hoodie. I might have to just get her one.
Yeah, you just want to.
Right? I might have to get her. She got me an Alabama watch for my birthday that said Crimson Tide, and that's why they lost tonight.
That's why they lost, because you didn't have it on.
Because she jinxed us.
Yeah, she jinxed us.
No.
Well, you just gonna have to you just have to knock the dust off your wallet and go down there and buy her one.
Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Usually she doesn't call races. She just runs camera or does production. But I think Jackie wants to say something. Jackie, go ahead.
I did not jinx you. I, out of the kindness of my heart, got you an Alabama Crimson Tide watch. But then once the mistake was realized, I did order you the right one, which came in the mail today. So
that's
it was
right.
your fault you didn't get it out of the mailbox.
And listen to this. This is how. What is the word that I'm thinking of? Superstitious I am. Right. I wanted to wear that watch before we got on the road. An hour after we left this morning in North Carolina, we left at 11. High noon, as they say in the Old West.
Right.
It's at the doorstep. And I told Jackie, I said, watch us lose today. And they lost. Because I wasn't wearing my watch.
You can mute me now.
Thank you. The dulcet tones of female Jackie Posey on the broadcast. and hey, Jackie, we got to show it right. Everybody can hear him right here. Like Tim Southern is eating a delicious bologna burger. Right? Go ahead and show him right now. That's a good looking bologna burger you got right there. Look at how thick it is.
Chance ain't even paying attention.
Got to paint a picture in radio. Right? Thank you very much. You hear us before you see us, as I always say, right?
That's right.
And great catching up with Langley Austin, by the way. Langley's got 3 kids now. And you know, he's got the oldest one's 8 years old there at the racetrack. And I remember there was a time where Langley told me, hell no, I don't want no kids. And now he's got 3. And he's like, no more. But no, Langley and Kimberly, they go great back. Thanks for having them come up at the tower. Noah Evans came up in the booth, the young man in the Bandoleros. I listen, I'm for it. Bandoleros on dirt. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I mean, they need to be. They shouldn't be stuck on asphalt.
They got to find a way to make it happen for sure. Get old Humpy Wheeler in there again and figure it out. He's the guy that created this chaos and mayhem that is Legends and Bandoleros. And remember Thunder Roadsters?
Yep.
Thunder Roadsters ran on dirt. Legends run on dirt. Got to find a way to get Bandoleros on dirt. Well, right now, the Hammer Joey level is leading the way. That's that silver number 8 machine coming off of turn 4.
Flagman Chad giving them one to go right here, West. So we're going to be going green flag racing this time off of 4.
We're going to try this
for the
again.
late model division.
Still got a long way to go as well, my friend. Look at this. Joey level, Josh Knight, Matt Whitten. And, okay, we are up north. This is the Dixie double file restart, right? Because, you know, we're close to Delaware.
Yep.
I always call it the Dixie file restart. But we are up in the north. So let's go back to green.
Green flags in the air for Joey the Hammer level and the rest of the late models.
3 wide, look in the middle. Holy moly, Matt Whitten, and we got a caution.
Caution coming out again.
I don't think they like the restart here. They didn't like the restart. Tim, they're yelling at him over the restart again.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Garth Deacon's going off on these drivers tonight. I'm glad I'm in here, not in there.
Now, my question is this. How many times are you going to put up with it before you say, okay, you're going to the rear or you're going back a spot? Because when I race direct, and I know you've race directed as well, Tim, we don't play. In the Smart Late Model Tour, when you race directed, you point blank were told, you jump one time, you're going to the rear. You're done.
Yep.
Your warning is in the driver's meeting. Your warning is in the driver's meeting. So
looks like we're going to try to go green flag next time. Let's see if Flagman Chad gives us one to go.
Hey, Tim, what do you think? This is what I want to be for Halloween.
Oh, yeah, it's Scary Clown. Yeah, that's exactly what you need to be, Wesley. Flagman Chad pointing to him, one to go. Going to be going green flag racing this time off of 4.
Of course, I'm referring to the Terrifier 3 coming out in the movie theater. And what is it? The Joker movie came out last night.
Yep.
We're going to see that this week. I want to see it. I always had the hots for Lady Gaga.
Bless your heart.
I'm messing. We're coming back to the VP.
Let's see what kind of start here. See if we can get a good, clean start here. Keep this thing under racing power.
Joey Level on the gas. He's on the hammer, if you will. 3 wide behind them. Looky here.
I tell you one thing. This is a tight field of late models
Yes, sir,
here,
it
Wesley.
is. I mean, this is literally caliber of what we had 2 weeks ago for the Tommy Bear Memorial, Tim Southern, on a regular Saturday night. And I say that in no disrespect here for late models at Natural Bridge Speedway this evening.
Walker Arthur trying to get up our battle Ronnie Martin Jr. for that position. But I tell you, it's a heck of a race there between Matt Whitten and Josh Capney, the 23 and the 08. Them guys are going back and forth, being side by side.
Yeah.
Walker, now you got David Watts up on the bumper of Matt Whitten trying to figure out who get hey, come down on the very bottom of the racetrack.
Up in front, Joey Level, the hammer leads. He's starting to pull ground away, but there's that 3-car battle for second spot. Josh
Another caution coming out in turn 4.
Yeah, there's Brown's car, the 16 of Blake Brown. I'm just glad he's able to drive it because we thought he blew the power plant up earlier tonight.
Yeah, we did think he blew up, that's for sure. Glad he's back under racing power. Hope nothing major wrong here. Hopefully just, lost a little bit of traction, took the wrong groove, and spun out. Looks like he has a little bit of body damage up on the front of the race car. Shouldn't take race director Garth Deacon long to get him lined up and get his back underneath racing power.
So we are right now 5 of 30 laps. Pure Stock, please line up your races next, followed by the Modified Mafia Tour. Boy, oh boy, DIRTcar Championship for the Northern Series on the line. And
1 point difference, I tell you.
Oh boy.
It's going to be an exciting race.
And I'll be honest with you, from what we've seen so far in the storytelling of tonight's events for the final chapter, Altabelli's car, driving the 58 machine for that team. He's out of the 95. He looks good. He could win the championship if something happens between Tyne Order and Ray Cable, and they're right there nestled with one another.
They're right there side by side. They're all right there together. Anything can happen.
Pure Stock's coming up, 20-lap feature, and then the race. Now, and again, as we mentioned, not only is the race for the Northern Championship up for grabs, but the race tonight itself here is paying $5,000 to the winner.
Yeah, it's a good payday. No doubt about that.
And by the way, for those that are watching on DIRTcar, on CRN, on YouTube, as well as listening on the community radio network at wearecrn.com, we are mindful and we are thinking about, obviously, all of the families that have been affected by the remnants of what was Hurricane Helene. So much devastation, so much loss, so many good people that we've lost in the racing industry, acquaintances, people's homes, businesses, their lives have been completely shattered and changed because of an act of Mother Nature. And I say this keenly, Tim, do not underestimate Mother Nature.
No, you can't. You can't underestimate Mother Nature.
I see so many people and I hear so many people that they're stubborn and they're hard-headed and, I've been down in Florida. I'm used to this. I'll be fine. And then the next thing you know, their home is floating down the front of Main Street, or businesses are destroyed. So all I got to say is don't take life for granted. Don't underrate Mother Nature because honestly, those storms that came through Western North Carolina, and I said this on my radio show and other people this week as well, they're not used to that type of an environment with the weather, with the heavy rains, with the flooding. They could prepare for a blizzard like any man's business, right? Because they're up in the mountains. But they're not used to the winds and the tornadoes and the rain and the flooding. Almost 40 inches of rain in a weekend.
Well, that's the same way we are here. We're not prepared. We're not prepared for a flood, a major hurricane come through.
Our videographer on the broadcast, I told Jackie, because she traveled with me up here, I literally said to Jackie, I said, thank goodness that this part of the area did not get hit that much, because it could have been a lot
worse
than what it turned out to be, for sure. But everybody from Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, Western North Carolina, especially Eastern Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia,
Glasgow, they got hit hard. I mean,
yeah, man, you're all in our prayers. What? And Florida better be ready for another round,
one
because
coming
they're
right
about
through
to
the
pack
heart.
another punch. Yes, sir. And they're talking about Category 4, 3 or 4 right now. What is that? Hurricane Kirk.
It's a Category 4.
It has already been now a Category 4 storm. Well, we're getting ready to see a Category 5 restart with the hammer, Joey Level. He has been on the loud pedal all night long, hitting the restart box faster than anybody else. And that's Silver Bullet number 8 looking good here, Tim, as we await a restart.
Yes, he is. Blackman Chad just gave him 1 to go. We're going to see his restart one more time off of 4 this go-round.
So right now, Joey Level, Josh Knipe, Matt Witten, David Watts, and Walker Arthur, some of the best of crate racing and still limited late model racing here at the bridge. We still have 5 in of 30. Tim, they're in the box out of 4 and back to green. Oh boy, did Ramsey fire? Larry Ramsey, Orange Crush 90, finally up to speed.
Yes,
up in the middle, 3 wide. And they're calling a caution. No, we are. I thought he was going to call a caution. He didn't. And look at this off the corner. Wow, look at this racing on the restart, Tim.
I tell you, this is some of the best racing you're going to see anywhere in Virginia.
Ball
right
troubling, turn 1 and 2. Big stack up.
Big
Brown's in the
up.
wall. Cars are in the wall. Frankie Helmet's crashed. The 77's involved. That's Jesse Donald. Open up a parking lot. You are scattered, smothered, and covered for Waffle House style in turn 1 and 2. The big ones just happened in the diamond of the corner. The big one, Talladega tomorrow. The big one at Natural Bridge tonight. Almost 9 cars involved in that pileup, Tim, going into turn number 1 and 2, and the red flag is out.
Good thing about it, you see some of them pulling off on their own power, so that's a plus, Wesley. That means they'll be able to go back under racing power on their own.
Some of the cars that look like they're caught up in it, if Jackie could zoom in closer in the corner, we might be able to get a better visual. Jeremiah Marshall in the orange 55, thank you.
16 of Blake Brown.
And remember, he had car issue earlier. There's the white car coming up out of our view in the top right. The 77 machine is Jesse Donald. We had, of course, Blake Brown. Frankie Helmick was caught up in it. He pulled away some of these other cars.
John
that were caught
Jennings
up in
the 65s in it, down on the bottom of turn 2.
Yep. Is that Walker Arthur over here? Or it might be not Walker Arthur, but the 88 of Jeff Witt, the 88
Jeff
car.
Witt sitting down in turn number 4 there.
And look at the number 10, Mark Painter caught up in it again as well.
Yep. He's had a rough night.
Red flag is out. We have massive cleanup now going on. As this wreck's trying to get cleared out, looks like the worst for wear as the safety crews are moving in, including the 77 of Fairfield, Virginia, Jesse Donald, and the double nickel number 55 out of Stewart's Draft, Virginia, of Jeremy Marshall. And they might just need to get a little, looks like a tow vacation's coming to the 77 of Donald. But for the 55, he might just need to push to get fired up again.
That's what it looks like. Doesn't look like too much damage on the 55. Hopefully he just cut off, needs a little push to get going again. But the 77 must have some front end damage.
Want to send a big hello to Mike Oliver, Robert Austin, K.L. Powell, Cody Hamrick, Zach Stinnett, Kelly Snar, Kyle Floyd, all listening or watching DIRTcar's coverage of the Modified Mafia Tour on CRN. Thank you. Our broadcast coverage, by the way, presented by Atwell Exterior Services. Thank you also to Total Refrigeration, Allstate, reminding you, are you in good hands, as well as Fast Track Designs and Graphics. I'm Wesley Outland, Tim Southern alongside. And Tim, it sounds like me and you, buddy, are going to be on the call for the Fall Classic coming up in 2 weeks. It's going to be a pleasure to work with you again.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a pleasure. But just to let you know, I just found out I was working that weekend.
Are you going to be there? Well, maybe you're not. I think you're going to be here, right?
Yeah.
JD Camden, I think. So usually
Amanda just ain't broke the news to me yet.
Well, I think she probably is, because Amanda told me this afternoon, she's like, I like more voices than one.
Yep.
I just, and I told her I agree with that. You go to a racetrack and you hear one guy talk, and the guy, poor man, he's got to go across and do interviews. He's got to come back and sell hot dogs and call the cars. And, we're not Cousin Slick. And, and the bottom line is like just having more voices. If we had a pit reporter,
yep.
If we had somebody like that, besides what we have in the booth, it just makes the broadcast enhancement so much better.
Well, that if you could do a semi NASCAR team, have somebody go out and talk to a driver like the 65 of John Jennings, where he just wrecked, go over and ask him his perspective. Or you have a big race winner like your Climb, be able to go talk to the winner of that.
That's right.
It'd give so much better feeling to the racing for the fans.
Yeah, for sure. And we just saw a little glimpse a moment ago of the damage on the 77 of Fairfield, Virginia driver Jesse Donald. And you can kind of see from Jackie showing on the video a lot more damage on the passenger side of the 77. Looks like there's toe-in suspension. If you let that car drive down the track, he'd be crab walking.
Oh, yes, sir.
And the red flag has been rescinded. We now go back under the yellow flag here. Joe Level in the top spot. Matt Witten, Josh Knipe, David Watts, and Walker Arthur right now in the top 5. We're approaching the top of the hour. We'll pause very quickly for 10 seconds of network identification. This is DIRTcar on CRN and YouTube's coverage of the Natural Bridge Speedway tonight.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
Top of the hour, approaching in 8 minutes. And ironically, car number 8, Joey Level, the Hammer, is leading the way. The man out of Waynesboro, Virginia. Welcome back to our coverage of DIRTcar on CRN. Whether you're listening on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com, or, of course, on YouTube, watching for videographer Jackie Post, Tim Southern, I'm Wesley Outland, and we now prepare for a restart. And you know what? They might make this a single-file restart. You've been a former race director, Tim. The discretion of the race director can make this race single-file if he feels he needs to.
Yeah, he has the discretion to do that.
Now, I'm not saying that is official. Don't jump the gun on me. I'm just saying that it could be after having a 10-car pileup. And only 6 laps in it, like Don Mercer, another veteran race director, just said a moment ago as well. 6 in of 30. Hey, thanks for those that are watching. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll give you a shout-out. We definitely do appreciate it. Car on CRN YouTube channel, and, of course, the Community Radio Network for the radio call at wearecrn.com. All archives will be posted on major podcast platforms.
Going green this time off of 4 for Joey the Hammer Level in the late models.
Podcast platform.
On green.
Back underway. Look at Knipe. Something happened to Knipe. He jumped up the racetrack, lost ground. He was in second, third. He's free falling now, maybe to the top 5 as Walker Arthur's on his inside. Unbelievable.
David Watts trying to get up our battle. Matt Witten for that second position. He slips a little bit coming off of 2.
And Tim, was that Blake Brown that was trying to sneak back on the racetrack? I think the red number 16's
yep,
back
the red
out.
16, Blake Brown trying to come back out on the racetrack.
This is the Commonwealth Clash Northern Championships. We're so glad you're joining us here.
I tell you, Joey Level's trying to set that thing sail. He's got it dialed in tonight. He can run wherever he wants. High, low, bottom, it don't make no difference for the Hammer.
And the Hammer is up in front. Hammer time here in Virginia. Joey Level gone. What a restart he got. There's the interval as you see him working off 4. They're second and third. And Witten and Watts are going to battle for second as even the camera is losing view of where the leader is. He's gone so fast.
Yes, he has.
Another lap on the board. We're closing in now. 10 of 30. 20 laps to go. Joey Level has checked out from everybody, man. You know,
he's
that
checked
beautiful...
out, getting ready to run into that lap traffic. So I know that's what David Watts and Matt Whitten's hoping he hurries up and catches that lap traffic, try to slow him up a little bit, give them a chance to get up there and get caught up, race for the lead.
Boy, I feel like a moment ago that we saw Witt hit the wall. Jackie caught that perfectly as he saves it. As right now, here comes Joey Level. Joey Level back up in front. What a job he's got in the top spot. Now we go side by side for a minute, and believe it or not, the leader has caught up on back marker cars. He's picking them off one by one. That's Witt on the bottom, followed by the other machine, the 91 Calvin Michael.
Yeah, Calvin Michael.
Yeah, Calvin Michael now going a lap down. He's quickly getting away from second and third, and we're closing in on halfway. Finally, Tim Southern, the long green flag run of the race for the late models.
And that guarantee you that's what Joey Level's been looking for, is that long green run. Get them tires come in at the right time.
Ready to go now for the second half of this race. It's been caution field. The big one happened a moment ago. Now guys are on their P's and Q's. Look at Level inside car. Silver number 8 machine getting by Mark Painter in the 10. Going after now the machine of Witt's car. The 88 of Jeff Witt, the Bedford, Virginia driver. And that's going on in turn 1. You're watching the leader run away from everybody. But look at David Watts. Get right back on the loud pedal. He's coming after the hammer in turn 3.
That lap traffic worked out to his benefit. We got
trouble. Trouble in turn 2. Josh Knipe's car off the pace to 23. Man, oh man, take the momentum away for that driver. He had a good solid run. We mentioned one time where he was free falling in the back, and Josh Knipe is off the pace now, Tim.
Yes, looked like might have to roll a track truck there to help him get off of the racetrack. But this is really going to change the dynamic of this race with his restart now. The way David Watts is charging and catching up to Joey Level with that lap traffic, this could be a really interesting restart, Westland.
Yes, sir, you're exactly right. And a long green flag run of the race, by the way, Tim, as you just mentioned as well. It just expired. It lasted almost, 11 laps?
11
it was
laps.
lap 5 when we had that big wreck. So after an 11-lap run, just after halfway with 14 to go, cars are exiting off the racetrack. The 77 of Donald's car retires from the race. We're thinking that Knipe's needing some assistance. He's going behind the wall, and we saw Blake Brown poke back out on the racetrack in the 16 car. And we're ready for a restart. And listen, the guy that didn't want this caution was the hammer, Joey Level, because it takes all the momentum away he had.
Any leader hates to see the caution come out, Wesley. Any leader.
Yeah. Take away the momentum he had because he had such a strong run going for him. The driver of that car, number 8 machine. But you got to pick yourself up, right? Dust yourself off and go again, no doubt.
He's been having excellent restarts all night. I expect nothing less for Joey the Hammer Level on this restart. And then it's going to be a battle between him and Watts. I tell you, Watts is a tremendous competitor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And both these guys are great racers, been racing for years, won a lot of races between the two of them. So you know it's going to be one heck of a shootout the last 14 laps of this race.
By the way, I forgot to mute Jackie's mic, so you just heard her kind of sing a little Destiny's Child, dust yourself off and try it again. I heard that, Jackie. I just, by the way.
I apologize.
Yeah, they heard you. We're going back
green
to
flag in the air.
14 to go at the bridge.
Another good restart for Joey the Hammer Level.
Inside,
look at David Watts. He's drying. He's up there right at his
bottom of the racetrack. Look at this, guys. 3 wide into 3. Look at this. This is going to be Witt and Arthur going at it with also Brown. I'll tell you what, Tim, take your pick. Look at this. In the back, Jackie, in the back, right there, in the 3. Watch these 4 cars in a blanket. Right here. Zoom out. She's kind of zoomed in too closely. She's missing the action. Behind them, look at this scatter going on.
They are racing hard right there for position. There's no easy laps in that group of racers.
Yeah. Videographer and training people. That's why I'm trying to help her. She's done basketball. It's a different world with race cars going this fast as moving objects, right?
I mean, Jack Brown, Larry Ramsey almost all the way up against the guardrail in 1 and 2.
Yes, sir, they are somehow holding it
Larry
together.
Ramsey, Jack Brown, both of them almost down on the very bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't get no lower in 3 and 4.
And another lap, they hold it together. Looks like we're closing into the end of this one now. 10 laps to go. 10 laps remaining.
Hold on. Like the 90. He's off the racetrack. Let's see if we can hold on. They threw the caution
out. They threw the caution a little too prematurely. It looks like car number 90.
Yeah, he spins right there in turns 2, rolls right off of the racetrack. Caution comes out.
The 91 spun, and he literally spun right into the entrance of the pit overflow in between 1 and 2. There's like a berm there, right?
A little bit of a berm. Yep.
He jumped it. And then he added a little more character to the racetrack, and that's exactly
what they did.
And you can see the track starting to rubber up in the world of pavement. It's starting to rubber up and look like pavement, starting to get hard. The racing surface is getting harder. The blacktop is settling in, as we say, Tim.
Yep.
And ready to see what goes
Going
on.
Green flag racing, this time off of 4 for Joey the Hammer Level in the late models. Let's see if David Watts can make a move on this restart. Joey Level, another good start. I tell you, Wesley, he has had these restarts down pat. He's hitting his mark every time. But look at Walker Arthur. He's trying to figure out a way to get up our battle. David Watts. David Watts down on the very bottom of the racetrack. Almost up even with Joey Level coming out of 4. But Joey Level holds on and pulls off. Joey Level up high on the racetrack. His grooves moved up just a little bit from where he was running. He must have felt something or seen something when he was up there before. David Watts down on the very bottom, just cannot get up there. I tell you, it's a heck of a battle between Jack Brown, Larry Ramsey, and Ronnie Martin Jr. That's 3 hard racers right there. I mean, they're right there in one group.
Watching these guys going at it. Look at this battle now for second and third. And then behind them, it is another great battle, 3 wide. Take your pick. As right now, Ronnie Martin Jr., Larry Ramsey, Bobby Thompson having their own little slugfest amongst them. I call them the Orange Crush of that beautiful orange number 90. And all the while, there goes the Hammer.
5
Joey
laps
Level.
to go right here, Wesley. 5 laps is late model feature.
Down to the end of it.
I tell you, if you own Race Pass, you would see the 2 leaders, Joey the Hammer Level and the 04 David Watts. They run in 16-second laps compared to everybody else running 17-second laps. Those guys have the cars dialed in, and they're running. The tires are good, and they're putting on a heck of a show tonight.
Another lap being scored, rolling on, coming to the end of this one here. Pick up the leader. He's off 4. There you see him. Now you don't. He's that fast. Joey Level in his own world now. 3. Now make it 2 to go. Penultimate lap of the race forthcoming. The Hammer, Joey Level, Tim Southern. He's heading to the home stretch of this one.
Flagman Chad giving them 2 to go right here. 2 laps to go. This 30-lap feature, $1,200 to win late model show right here at Natural Bridge Speedway.
And the Hammer works 3 and 4. David Watts, one more shot at him. He picks to the bottom. He threw the block on him. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to go. It took about a half hour to reach the home stretch, but now we are back straight away. Tim, the Hammer. Watts going at it. Final time in 3.
Let's see what Watts does. Once again, right down on the very bottom of the racetrack, but just cannot get up there to battle the Hammer. The Hammer is your winner here tonight. Your top 5, Joey Level, the winner, followed by the 04, David Watts, the 87 of Walker Arthur, 25 of Jack Brown, 15 Junior, Ronnie Martin Jr., 5th place car, 6th, the 90 of Larry Ramsey, 7th, 32 of Chris Balger, 8th, the 51 of Bobby Thompson, 9th, the 27C of Dustin Cash, and 10th, the 08 of Matt Whitten.
Tim Southern will head his way down the victory lane, that beautiful victory lane. That, of course, is here at the Natural Bridge Speedway. By the way, I have been informed that post-race interviews for the Modified Mafia Tour for the championship and the 5,000 win race here for the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships will be on the front straightaway. So that is where all of the post-race festivities will be taking place. Race fans, how about it for the Hammer, Joey Level, Joe Level out of Waynesboro, Virginia. Another win for the man we call that Silver Bullet number 8 machine. What a job. Jackie's showing you right now the cars moving to the scales. Jackie, if you want to zoom into the right, there you see the cars going to the scales. They got to go to the scales to meet proper weight. See the guy in the red sweater letting them know the weight. Give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and he'll let them know if they're good. Right now, the tech man in the vest right here telling them one by one, make your way to the scales. There's Walker Arthur now going to this area, making sure everything's digitally correct with the weight per the weight break as well. A 1 pound burn off rule usually is what it is. And those drivers and now teams will make their way to victory lane, especially for that number 8 machine. Hey, she's got also Miss Level is on the concourse with some awesome swag and more for the Hammer, Joey Level. Penultimate race of the night coming up for the Pure Stocks. Don't forget the American Crate All-Stars prelude to their big race. The prelude to the championship will be, of course, coming up, and that will be next week. Don't forget the Fall Classic will be here October 18th and 19th. I think practice night will be on also Thursday. So 17th, 18th, and 19th for the Fall Classic. That's the big show. That usually is always the first weekend of October. Usually is when they do it. Normally, this would be the Fall Classic. A matter of fact, Don, there were conversations that tonight was supposed to be the Fall Classic race, and then they moved it on later into the year. So the Fall Classic will now be October 17th, 18th, 19th, because Miss Amanda Bradley and company are planning to race the entire month of October. That's exactly right. 70s today, into the 50s right now, 60 degrees right now as we are at 10 o'clock. Joey Level, the Hammer, getting ready to head to victory lane. Your Pure Stocks are lining up. The Modified Mafia Tour. DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour. Your 40-lap A-Main is next. Drivers, to your cars, please. 23 charter members of the Fraternal Order of Go Fast in their kaleidoscope of colors, ready to battle, sink or swim. Championships hopes accomplished or dashed will be decided tonight when it's all said and done here at the bridge. $3,000 to the champion. And, of course, Brent Bordeaux looks like he's going to lock up the Rookie of the Year right now. He leads the way in that. So the Pure Stocks are getting ready to get into position. And the field will get ready to go for 20 laps. We'll await Tim Southern here to give the lineup or to give an interview once we can. But right now, we'll actually get ready to just introduce the starting lineup as these guys are already in position. They're lined up and they're ready to go here. So let's give you the starting lineup here. Jacob McCormick on the pole in the 08 machine to the outside. Matthew Hamilton in the number 22. Robert Tyree back airs make up row 2. Aiden Mead as well as Willie Fridley, row 3. Parker Flint, Bradick Pruitt, Bradick Wheeler, and Donald Keese is a scratch. The 2K with a problem earlier. He could not make the feature. We're underway for the Pure Stocks. If we get a caution, we'll quickly go to victory lane with Mr. Tim Southern. Look at this, almost 3 wide for a minute. Down the back straightaway is right now Jacob McCormick in the front spot, leads the way. Robert Tyree right there hanging with the Matthew Hamilton, 1, 2, and 3. And there's opening now Mike Ayers and Mead going at it for that spot. That's 4.
Hey, let's get on our feet, put our hands together. Joey, the Hammer Level, the late model champion here tonight.
Well, look out. Hold on. Hold that thought, Tim. If we get a caution, we'll toss it to you, buddy. Just stand by, please. Stand by in victory lane. So we'll grab Tim Southern as soon as we get a caution, if we get one here in the race. And right now, got a couple of cars battling here. Jacob McCormick, Robert Tyree, Mac Ayers, Aiden Mead. Right now, we're single file. Boy, all these pure stock cars doing well, racing good around the racetrack, holding on to their spot. Jacob McCormick looking good in his car. Robert Tyree, this is 20 laps. We're already 5 into it. Boy, these pure stock cars are running better than the late models did, it looks like right now. Oh, what a show they're putting on here.
Well, we was able to start there on the pole and got the lead from the start. And the car was really good there at first. And as cautions kept mounting up and all, like my right rear was heat cycling and started to get a little skatey there towards the end. But track went away a little bit too. So, but we all in all wasn't too bad. We found a couple things on the car that we changed out and made it a little bit better tonight. Struggled the last couple weeks, but we got her going better now.
So you're definitely going to be ready for the fall classics, right?
Yeah, I think we'll be good for that.
Once again, congratulations. Hold on. You got any sponsors you want to thank?
I got to thank Curtis Cash, Cash's Repair, Blue Ridge Peterbilt, Cali Deaver Productions, K1 Race Gear, Hoosier Tires, Ace Machining, Auto Parts in Vesuvius, and got to thank my crew putting up with me. And we've been working hard these last few weeks trying to get this thing turned around and headed right. And I think we got it headed in the right direction. Got Robbie and Christopher and my youngest son, Tyler, and my oldest son, Jacob. He got in a fender bender out there tonight. Looked like it was a melee, and he was right in the middle of it. And so hope he didn't tear too much up. But I got to thank all my crew. It helps me every week. And all the support we get from all the sponsors.
Once again, congratulations, Joe, the Hammer Level late model champion here tonight.
And we have a caution as well. Thank you very much, if you will, Tim Southern, grabbing a word with the Hammer Joey Level. We were trying to wait until we got a caution to interview Joey, but then they already had started. And then we get a caution as Parker Flint's car has spun. And he got down to the bottom of the racetrack there with that little metal barrier on the inside of turn 3 and 4, where the hookups are going to happen now. The tow trucks and safety vehicles are going to hit the racetrack and have to assist to Flint in 200. That'll let us step away for just a moment to thank our sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. We thank the drivers, the teams, but most of all, our partners. And we'll be back with more from Natural Bridge Speedway in just a moment. This is DIRTcar on the CRN Community Radio Network radio feed and on YouTube.
"1931 was not exactly a great year to start a business, but that's when Allstate opened its doors. And through the 12 recessions since, they've noticed that after the fears subside, a funny thing happens. People start enjoying the small things in life. A home-cooked meal, time with loved ones, appreciating the things we do have, the things we can count on. It's back to basics. And the basics are good. Protect them. Put them in good hands.
I'm your GPS. Turn right up ahead. You never update me, so now I just have to wing it. I meant turn left up ahead. Recalculating. Turn right now! And your 15-minute insurance might not pay for all this. So get Allstate. You could save money and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Recalculating.
Dollar for dollar, nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Back here at Natural Bridge Speedway, the green flag just fell on the penultimate race of the night with the Pure Stocks on start. 8 of 20, approaching halfway. Tim Southern, and what a job Jacob McCormick is doing, leading the way to the back straightaway, sir.
Yes, he is doing a heck of a job, and I tell you, you better keep your eyes on RL Tyree in that 11 car because he's been known to come from out of nowhere and win races. I know these guys are real good buddies. And there goes Mike Ayers. I mean, you can't ever count him out either.
Got to carve the pace, bottom of the racetrack as everybody else thunders by in turn 3 and 4. Look at this battle now for the bridesmaid spot. Robert Tyree and Mac Ayers going at it right now in this race as they work their way back into the corner. And boy, oh boy, big battle now for the number 2 spot as it continues between Tyree and Ayers as they work into turn 3 single file.
These cars are so evenly matched. Wesley, I tell you, you can see, you got second and third in one pack, third and fourth in their own little world, and the rest of them in the back. They're all evenly matched. It's a good battle all the way around this racetrack.
Yeah, very exciting racing in both ends of the spectrum. I'm looking all the way from the front to the back, and the excitement is immediately picking up between Bradick Pruitt, Parker Flint. Obviously, the only caution we had where they had to go on a hook behind the wall. And looking at the rear of the field, in the back of the pack, from the front to the back, racing everywhere with 8 to go. Final race of the night coming up. The DIRTcar Northern Championship of the Modified Mafia Tour here from Natural Bridge is the leader. Jacob McCormick. Tim is leading in turn number 1. Look at the racing going on all through the field as they go back to the corner.
Only 7 laps left of this 20-lap feature for Jacob McCormick. Not only is he leading this race, but he is the Pure Stock 2023 champion here at Natural Bridge Speedway. What a way to solidify his championship by coming out here and dominating this race tonight.
So pretty much your points are done for the year.
Points
Champions
are done for
are decided. This is just fun, free money, if you will.
Fun, free
Big money on the line. Back straight away, Jacob McCormick leading them into the corner. Robert Tyree right there on the inside. Look at Mac Ayers trying to get something done up on the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa and the dentures too, but he just can't seem to make it happen yet. His trick-or-treat time's going on in 2. Trying to make that move up on the outside lane. And Tim, it just looked like Robert Tyree is just protecting every move he's making up on the outside by Ayers, right?
Yeah, he's doing a lot of mirror driving, I think. He's got a mirror in. He might not have a mirror in it, but
he might not.
I mean, but it sure looks like it, I see, because if Ayers goes to the top, he goes to the top. He goes to the bottom, he goes to the bottom. I mean,
what's the cliche? Monkey see, monkey do.
Monkey
right?
see, monkey do.
Coming to the line this time by 3 laps to go. DIRTcar Racing Modifieds, they better be lined up. If they're not, they're on their way to Beckley, West Virginia. You better get lined up, guys. Come on, you're next.
Aiden Me, though, there trying to catch up with that front leader pack in the 5th position. I know he'd love to get up there and battle the 22 of Hamilton.
2 to go. Well, you got the crowd going crazy down there. They're excited watching some of this exciting racing happen between Tyree and Ayers, and Hamilton now trying to get in the mix. All the while, Jacob McCormick holding his own into turn 3. Final lap of the night for the Pure Stocks. Modifieds are next. Tim Southern, white flag, 1 to go, sir.
Yes, sir. 1 to go for Jacob McCormick in the Pure Stock. See if RL Tyree or Mike Ayers can figure out a way to get up there and battle. It looks like they're just falling in line.
Jacob McCormick will work his way off of turn number 4. Nobody can catch the number 08 at
And
the
he is your
penultimate
winner.
race of the night. It's Jacob McCormick getting it done in pure stocks.
Jacob McCormick is your winner, followed by the 11 of RL Tyree. Then third, the 66 of Mac Ayers. Fourth, the 22 of Matthew Hamilton. Then you have the 38 of Aiden Mead in fifth, the 67 of Wiley Fridley in sixth, 17 of Braddock Pruitt in seventh, the 200 of Parker Flynn in eighth, the 18W Braddock Wheeler in ninth, and the 2K of Donald Kesey in 10th position. Once again, congratulations to Jacob McCormick, the Pure Stock champion here tonight.
And Tim Southern is heading down there at Victory Lane, that beautiful Victory Lane here at Natural Bridge Speedway. And for a lot of the drivers of the modified world, they now pace themselves, let those butterflies settle in those churning stomachs as these warlords prepare to go to battle for the final time with a Northern Championship on the line. 3 drivers have a chance at the title. The drivers of first and second separated by 1 point. The drama is next. We're taking a break to thank our sponsors. When we come back, we are introducing the starting lineup for the final race of the Dirt Car Racing Modified Mafia Tour, presented by VP Racing Fuels. The Northern Championship A-Main is next from Natural Bridge Speedway.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
I'm a bird stuck in Larry Bird's attic.
And I'm going cuckoo.
What the heck?
What you got, Larry? May the best bird win. Rick.
You may be a legend on the court, but you're an amateur up here.
Heads up, Larry. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Now you're the bird stuck in the attic.
Atwell Exterior Services, the time is now. With mortgage interest rates up, so many smart homeowners are renovating rather than moving right now, and those who hire Atwell Exterior Services in Greenville are thrilled that they did. For residential roof replacement, roof repairs, roof inspections, and more, done right by a local family business with awesome customer reviews, please visit AtwellEXTServices.com or call to set up a free inspection. Atwell Exterior Services, honesty, integrity, experience. The time is now.
Winter, spring, summer, fall. Your heating and air conditioning is paramount for your home, your business, commercial, industrial, and Total Refrigeration takes care of you always. Let the man they call Block give you 24-hour emergency service, licensed and insured. That's right. Total Refrigeration, heated and AC will take care of all of your needs. Whether you're commercial, residential, industrial, refrigeration, your business is their priority. 24-hour emergency service. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Located, of course, in Elm City, but they cover all parts of eastern North Carolina. Call them today at 252-650-4061. And if you have an emergency and you have their services guaranteed, as I mentioned, 24-hour service, 252-315-1482. Block, Total Refrigeration. They'll keep you cool. They'll keep you warm always. One of the newest partners of the Community Radio Network is Fast Track Designs. Johnny Hamilton wants to take care of all of your design business, whether it's getting big checks to hang up in the race shop after race night, for trophies, banners, and more. They handle everything at Fast Track Designs. Vinyl graphics, Tim, last commercial. I'll be down with you. Stand by, buddy. Please stand by. Jackets, polo shirts, T-shirts made. They also do custom printed apparel. Proud to be a partner of the Community Radio Network. Contact my buddy Johnny Hamilton today at 252-907-9140. That's 252-907-9140. Or go online to Facebook at Fast Track Designs and Graphics. Everything you need, they've got you covered on the Fast Track to looking great. Whether it's with a banner or a shirt or a check, let Fast Track Designs take care of those needs with Johnny Hamilton right now. Getting ready for the A-Main coming up next. Tim Southern, if you're down in Victory Lane with Mr. McCormick, we'll toss it down to you, buddy. We were on commercial break, buddy, to thank our sponsors. If Tim Southern's down in Victory Lane. All right, well, I guess Tim's already left Victory Lane, but congratulations to Mr. McCormick winning in the Pure Stocks. I'm sorry, we had our sponsors. We had to get out of the way for the feature, the more the better, and now the field is getting set for the final race of the season for the Northern Championship. I tossed it to you. We were on commercial break, so he came back with the mic on. Ready for Mr. McCormick, though. What a good job he did in the Pure Stock race, though. I tossed it to you when we came back from our commercials, and I think you had already made your way back up to the booth. So, all right. Tim Southern, I'm Wesley Outlet, Jackie Posey on video production. You see the beautiful kaleidoscope of colors of the warlords of the Dons of the modified world ready to go to close out their sophomore year in the Northern Championship. Last year, Chris Arnold won that title. And the field begins to roll. They begin to roll. They begin to roll. Getting ready for the big one coming up. Don't forget, next week, County Line Raceway. I can't believe me and Sean were talking about it. The season's over next week. I can't believe, it just flew by. It seems like we were just in Georgia at the Heritage Classic in Easter weekend in March. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the World Racing Group, along with Brian Carter, Sam Driggers, and DIRTcar Racing, as well as Brandon Reif and the DIRTcar Modified Mafia, we present to you your VP Race Fuel Making Power A-Main. Natural Bridge, make some noise. Wave your hats, wave your hands. Cheer them on as they come down the front straightaway. We've got the checkered flag, Tim Southern, and we got Old Glory. Proud to be an American race fan and American race car driver.
Can't wait for this 1-point shootout to start, Wesley. I tell you, ever since you told me that, this is all I've been looking forward to all evening, is to see what fireworks start. With the guys only needing 1 point to win this race.
And ladies and gentlemen, we want you to get on your feet, get out of your seat. Here they come, the most beautiful sight in all of racing. Here comes the Dons of open wheel dirt slinging fury for the final time of the North. It's the battle of the championship here tonight at the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships, Natural Bridge, Virginia. Get on your feet. Here they come for the final time up north, 4 wide. 4 wide, the most beautiful sight in all of racing, Tim Southern, and they're getting ready for the big race. And here's something to think about as well. Last time they were here was a 25-lap feature. Tonight is 40 laps. Tire wear has to be focused for drivers and teams in this event, especially those in the championship.
Oh, yeah. They're going to be thinking about that real hard, running 40 laps instead of 25 like a main feature event for them would be.
And it's only fitting that you see Ray Cable on the outside of the front row, obviously. The Cole Bandit. I'd love to see Cole Hilton have a good night. This driver out of Concord, North Carolina, has had his share of no good luck and bad luck. It sounds like lyrics to a country song by Clint Black, and that's exactly how it's been for the 99 at a Concord of the Cole Bandit. But Cole Hilton's car looked good. Remember, we talked about him.
Look good.
We talked about him quickly exiting the track. One lap in hot laps, in Stokes Apparel hot laps, and I said, oops, Tim, 99, already behind the wall. And they said, hey, no, he looks good. Fast qualifier, wins the climb to the pole. He's on the pole to win this race if he can hold on tonight.
All he was doing was didn't want to show his hand before the race started, Wesley.
A $5,000 payday hangs in the balance for these drivers. Oh, yeah. Hey, Jackie, zoom in on this guy down here in that gray T-shirt, man. Look at him. He's about as pumped up as we are, baby. Are you excited, bud? He's excited. The rumble of those modifieds getting ready to roar. 23 times 750 is how much? That's close to 40,000 horsepower about to erupt around here in the mountains of the Commonwealth of Virginia and the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships. Do the math, ladies and gentlemen. 23 times 750. Okay, that's an exaggeration. Close to 18,000 horsepower about to come to a roar here. That's still pretty darn loud, Tim.
Yes, it is. Flagman Chad giving him the sign. Going to be going green flag racing, this time off of 4 for the modified division.
For the championship, for 5 large on the line, the final time of the year, Natural Bridge Speedway. You have a race. This is your VP Race Fuel, making power A-Main. And look at the battle for the lead on the whole shot. It's Hilton, Cable, right there alongside one another. Behind them on the bottom, Chris Arnold, last year's Northern champion, along with Miller. And they perfectly, all 23 at full song, worked their way the opening lap, 39 to go, Tim. They're on the back straight
I tell you, them leaders still running side by side in the turns. I look at them right back to the side by side in 3 and 4. Who's going to be?
Great racing going on. The championship. Trouble, big trouble in turn number 4. Oh, no. Looks like Loomis is caught up in it. Austin Wayne Self is involved. The 82 of Andre Layfield. All of them involved in an accident. By the way, things happened so fast, we were really unable to give you a actually official starting lineup for the race. We'll knock this out very, very quickly here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Cole Hilton, Ray Cable on the front row. Row number 1. Row 2, Chris Arnold, Carter Miller. Ty Norder, Michael Altobelli. Row number 3. Row 4. Row 4 will find Joey Po'boy and Troy Loomis. Justin Colum, Austin Wayne Self, row 5. Andre Layfield, Jesse Root, row 6. Ryan Toole, Alyssa Rowe, row 7. Brett the Jet Hamilton and Dalton Goff, row 8. Robert Kramer from Maryland. And Brent Brito, the dynamic driveline current rookie of the year, point leader of the Longhorn, row number 9. He's 18th. Row 10, Stephen Bryant and Jeff Solinger. Row 11, Samuel Lamborghini, David Botkin, and Brad Miller, who already went behind the wall. Tim Southern out of the race. They cleared the wreck up in turn number 4. Samuel Lamborghini behind the wall as well. And we cleared the accident up between Layfield, Root, and Austin Wayne Self. That was between row number 5 and row 6. They're back rolling. We're going to try this again, my friend. A single file restart will then become Dixie double file. And we'll do this one more time. What a good start, though, Tim, by Cole Hilton and Ray Cable right there side by side, and then quickly the 99. I know he's got to be excited. He wants to win on the national level with the Modified Mafia. This would be so perfect for the Cole Bandit, the man out of Concord, North Carolina, where a lot of great race teams are based out of at Race City, USA.
It's a big thing to win a championship in any series, Wesley.
Yes,
so
sir.
you know every one of these guys are trying their best. As you can see, you look around, there's no junk on this racetrack.
No,
There's
sir.
a lot of high-dollar race cars, a lot of good parts, good people to go along with it. That's why it's important to race your best to try to win these championships.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I love how that music came to an end as you were putting that exclamation point of what we are about to witness for sure. And as we mentioned, you got that battle within the championship right now. Ray Cable, 1 point lead over Ty Norder. He is leading right now in second spot. So bottom line, as I was told by Papa Cable Sr., we just got to finish ahead of Ty Norder. If we can do that, we can win the championship. Literally, that's what it comes down to. Mere point, mere position on the racetrack, gained, earned, or lost, is going to determine the outcome of who gets that title.
You're most definitely right there. Plus, you know, you got to think, Wesley, how many people out here running for 1 point? Are they running to win the championship? Or are they going to put it all on the line, trying this $5,000?
That's right. Ty Norder, Ray Cable separated by 1 point. For Ray Cable to win the championship, he's got to finish ahead of Ty Norder. It is that simple. Now, here's something to think about. If it comes down to a tie for championships this year, okay, the man with the most wins will be credited for the championship. It's kind of like the NASCAR rulebook is. If you're tied for the championship by points, the one with the most wins or has wins will be the guy that's accredited. Why? Ray Cable has a series win. Ty Norder does not. Ty Norder has a preliminary win at the Modified Mega 100 at West Virginia. That was a $1,500 payday, Tim Southern, but it got you into the $7,500 to win Mega 100. So it wasn't officially considered a national
touring race.
That's right. It looks like Layfield's car is going to have some assistance, as you see Brandon Rife chatting it up with Andre Layfield. That car formerly driven by the Gary Dillon from Elm City. Gary Dillon had some not so pleasant adventures with heavy equipment today. Front end loaders and backhoes in the mud, tipped over upside down for the guy out of Elm City.
Oh my goodness.
He's not hurt, but he's not become a fan of this new heavy equipment world. I can tell you that much. I told him on Snapchat on the way up here, I said, you need to get in a race car. You know, you and heavy machinery does not work. That's what you work with, right?
No.
Heavy machinery?
No. Well, I do some heavy machinery, but I build schools and hospitals and stuff, Wesley.
Oh, there you go. That's cool. We got to take care of the public. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try this for a restart here. It looks like they're going to come back for a restart with 2 laps completed, 38 to go. Cole Hilton, Ray Cable, followed by Chris Arnold, Carter Miller, Ty Norder. Norder is a 1 point lead over Ray Cable, and they're right there behind one another on that inside row. Boy, oh boy, what a battle. Thanks to our partners at Well Exterior Services. Thank you also to Fast Track Designs and Graphics. Thank you to Total Refrigeration, Block, as well as the Ad Council and Allstate, reminding you, are you in good hands? All of our partners for the DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour, again this year as well. Couldn't do it without them. They include Dynamic Drivelines, Prime Electrical Solutions, Potbit, Bobby Taylor Oil Company.
Going to be going green this time off of 4, Wesley.
Stokes Apparel, thanks to Thomas Clark Performance, Gen 3 Imaging, and so many others. As that VP Race Fuel making power, A-Main, back underway here at the bridge. And look at the whole shot, battle of the 99s. Chris Arnold on the inside. A man that has battled back from his adversity, having testicular cancer. The reigning, defending Northern and Southern champion now battles with Cable as they go into turn 1. Hilton got a great restart there, Tim and 2. We got trouble. Front straightaway. Andre on Layfield spun around again. Well, I can get the word out there for a second. Andre Layfield loops around, and there's another caution for that lethal chassis, number 82. Well, I tell you what, Tim, it seems just as soon as, Hilton's able to pull away on the whole shot, something stops and halts everything again.
Yep, just like, we were talking about during the late model race. All these guys hate to see that yellow flag come out. Once they get their start, they get in their groove, then they got to start all over again.
So right now, Hilton in the lead. Looks like we got cars in the pits, guys. Cars in the hot pit. Looks like Samuel Lamborghini is getting service done on his car. That's to the far left. Samuel Lamborghini, the Hayes, Virginia driver. And you just saw the 41. And the reason why, Tim, I mentioned him importantly, that's Brad Miller. Brad Miller is now out of the race. He didn't go to the hot pit area. He went to the overflow outside the racetrack in the infield. That means he's out
of the race.
He's done. Now, if you look over here at Samuel Lamborghini, his car is getting work done. He is still in the hot pit. Basically, that's that location where the 814 is.
So as long as they pull in there, they can continue to race. As soon as they go on the outside of that, they're done for the night.
That's the driver, of course, out of Hayes, Virginia. And he got a cool last name. I always say that.
He's got a cool last name.
Kind of reminds me of Stingray Robb in the IndyCar series, right? He's got Stingray Robb and Samuel Lamborghini. I love it.
Going to be going green flag this time, Wesley, off of 4. Flagman Chad giving them the directions.
Yes, sir. Not done yet. Getting ready for the field to come back for the restart. Cole Hilton on that Dixie double file restart, ready to come back to the VP Race Fuel, making PowerPoint. We're back underway here at the bridge. Hilton, another whole shot. Almost everybody now going from the top to the bottom at a moment there.
Look at that, three wide coming down the back straightaway.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Ty Norder, the monkey in the middle of this battle off 4. Hold on to it. Typhoon Ty, Hurricane in the Commonwealth, and he's digging hard on the bottom, looking for a championship.
Look at the 99. He's driving deep. He's coming down up on the high side. He's got that high side working, Wesley.
Take your pick. Racing everywhere now. One camera to keep up with all the action. And right now, Cole Hilton leading the way, picking up some other racing going on in the back of the pack. Look at this now, up on the outside for the lead. Look at a crossover move
that
by
was
Arnold
a heck of a crossover move.
Oh, baby! And then he jumps the cushion. Here comes Hilton on the bottom as well to return the favor.
Side by side at the flag stand.
Oh, man! And they're door-to-door in turn 1 and 2.
He's got that high side up next to the berm working for his race car in turns 1 and 2.
Arnold, Hilton, 99s going at it. Another lap on the board, 70 and a 40. What a phenomenal job we're watching these guys put on. Chris Arnold now being scored as the new leader. Arnold followed by the driver Hilton. Then it's Cable. Cable is ahead of Norder. Where Ray Cable is, he would win the Northern Championship. Ty Norder has got to run down the 90. He's got to be ahead of him. Look at this battle coming off the corner, off of turn 4, closing in on 1/4 of the way this time by, next time around, actually. I mean, my goodness, Tim, you got action all over the place.
I tell you, you got side-by-side racing in just about every position you look at. I mean, the crossover moves, all different positions. These guys are they're just hanging it out there tonight, Wesley. They're trying to win this $5,000.
Want to let everybody know that we're kind of out in the boonies here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, so the signal is choppy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But we hope you're at least enjoying what we can give to you. Right now, they're working off the corner. Another lap in. Modifieds finally on a green flag run. 11 of 40. What a job by Chris Arnold. Here's a driver, Tim Southern, that has raced for a long time from Matoka, Virginia. Got diagnosed with testicular cancer. was on the mend for almost a year. I think it was almost close to a year. He came back to racing. I want to say it was in August. He won a couple of times at Virginia Motor Speedway. His best finish was a runner-up finish with the Modified Mafia Tour. I believe it was County Line Raceway on Labor Day weekend. And finally going to try to find victory lane to close out the Northern Championship for the defending Northern champion also, Tim. He won it last year.
He won it last year?
He won the championship last year. Look at this scramble up ahead.
I mean, they're telling you.
Lame old baby. Got a Maryland driver in the middle of Kramer.
I mean, no matter where you look, Wesley, there's a side-by-side racing all over this racetrack. These modifieds are putting on one hell of a show here at Natural Bridge Speedway.
And we're closing in on the halfway mark of this race. Remember, as we mentioned, last time they were here in June, it was in the dead of summer. It was hot. It was a 25-lap feature. This race
got
is
one moving slow on the back straightaway.
Brett Hamilton's in trouble. Problems for another car. 2 cars in trouble. Brett Hamilton behind the wall. We got Kramer on the bottom of the racetrack. Or that's Troy Loomis, the 11.
Let's see if he can make it off the racetrack. Bring out now caution. He does an excellent job. Good job of seeing the car down on the bottom.
Will stay green. Troy Loomis's car behind the wall. And we saw also Brett the Jet Hamilton jump over the hill in turn 3 and park it. Meanwhile, 17 of 40. Look at this big gaggle of traffic right here in the back straightaway. It's Cole Hill. Oh,
look at there.
Boy,
3 wide going into turn 3, Wesley.
Yes, sir.
3 wide. Oh, another car having issues. He's getting off of the racetrack also.
Pulling in, parking it for the night. I believe that's the number 7. Going behind the wall, 7 and 7 for that matter. That's Jeff Solinger from Bumpus, Virginia. The Bumpus is hounds from the movie A Christmas Story. Bumpus, Virginia is where Solinger resides. Closing in on halfway, this time by 20 down and 20 to go here at Natural Bridge Speedway. Tim Southern, I'm Wesley Outland. Videographer Jackie Posey, the DIRTcar Racing Modified Mafia Tour. Final race of the year for the Northern Championship. This is our penultimate race on the national schedule. Final race will be decided next week at the 15th annual race for the kids. And meanwhile, Tim, where's the leader at? Where did he go? Arnold's, whoa, Hilton up high. Oh, baby, look out. Almost got into Altabelli. And they saved their cars. Cole Hilton and Altabelli almost crashed one another. Was that also Ty Norder in the mix too, Tim?
Yes, it was. And I tell you one thing, this is one exciting race. It just shows you the caliber of drivers you have here to run that hard, that close, and to come out unscathed.
Halfway home. We're halfway in this VP Race Fuel Making Power A-Main 40-lap feature for the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championships. Chris Arnold in the lead. Ray Cable second. Cole Hilton third. Michael Altabelli fourth. And Ty Norder the top 5. Ty Norder came into tonight's race with a 1-point lead over Ray Cable. If the race ended now, Ray Cable would be the champion.
I tell you, look at that fan. He's still down there dancing, Wesley. He is into these modifieds. He's still dancing, waving them on.
And this is a very lengthy green flag run of the race as well. All this going on now as we're in the second half of the race. Long green flag of the run. The track's really rubbered up. We've seen the excitement of 3 and 4 wide action all over. Now you're going to start seeing tires pop. It's just a matter of when and who will it be, Tim?
You're right. Now's the time to do tire care. Try to preserve them as best you can. Try to hold on to your tires. Keep them healthy and safe for the last 5 laps. That's when you just turn them loose, Wesley.
And we're going to start to see this. Who will be the first victim? It looks like it's one car in trouble. Back straightaway, or the front straightaway. They hold it together. Brent Bordeaux's car is off the pace. There's another car in turn 1 that might be having issues. All the while, we still hold it together. We race on. Ray Cable right now in the lead. Did he just get around Chris Arnold? Yes, he did.
Yes, he
Ray
did.
Cable in the lead. Ray Cable to the lead. Trying to win the battle and the war here in the Commonwealth. Tim Southern.
Watch it. It goes down in the very bottom.
New leader, Ray Cable. The 90 is on fire. Ray Cable comes so close to winning here back in the summer, and something broke on the car.
12 laps to go, Wesley. He's trying to put it out there. He's trying to make a statement here tonight.
Getting it trying to get after it, no doubt. Ray Cable now the leader. He has pulled away by almost 2 seconds now from Chris Arnold. He is in stealth mode. Down the front straightaway comes the Thundering Herd, working their way at speed. The mighty modifieds of dirt. And Ray Cable thinking championship and
$5,000 check.
Yes, sir. Ty Norder is behind them in 5th. Ty Norder has got to find speed. He better do it quickly. When they come back to the line, Tim Southern, it will be 10 laps remaining in this race and for the Northern Championship season of 2024. Look at this contact in the front. Oh, boy. Is this Arnold? It's Arnold and Altabelli going at it into turn number 2.
I tell you, look at them. You got 2 pair coming down the back straightaway side by side, Wesley.
I mean, there's action all over the place. Take your pick, man. Coming down to the end of this one. 8 laps to go. Down to the home stretches right now again. Arnold jumps the cushion. Here comes Altabelli. He'll power back on the inside. There's that battle going on now for the P2 spot here in the Commonwealth. 8 laps to go. 7 to go. An $8,000 payday awaits the Maryland driver, the Iceman, Ray Cable. If he can hold on, he'll win the race and the title. He's in turn number 2 in the back straightaway. Battling more lap cars. Ray Cable going after the general, Ryan Toole. He clears by him. Not yet. And so far, Tim, as the track is rubbered up like a pavement facility now, nobody's popped any tires yet.
Nobody's popped any. Nobody's overheating. And look at the 90 car. I mean, he's down on the very bottom of the racetrack trying to find any bit of moisture he can to keep those tires cool.
5 laps to go. And look at that. You're exactly right, Tim. Good observation. Ray Cable is staying to the inside of the racetrack, to the apron, if you will. You got a guy like Carter Miller trying to bang the boards like you hear in the sprint car world in the 35, and you got Ray Cable staying to the inside of the racetrack, holding on to that spot.
I mean,
we got, yes, sir.
Yeah, the 90. He's staying right down on the very bottom of that racetrack every lap here lately.
Here comes Michael Altabelli, though. Altabelli's caught speed. Here comes the 95, correction, the 58.
3 laps to go, Wesley. Only 3 laps to go.
Holy camole.
For Ray Cable and the points championship along with a $5,000 to win.
But here comes Altabelli. And Ray Cable stuck on the bottom with lap traffic. Altabelli, they're side by side. 2 to go. 2 to go. Lap traffic. The dynamic driveline rookie of the year, Brent Bordeaux, right there in the mix. A lap car is a pick. Altabelli, Ray Cable, side by side. This is it. White flag. 1 to go for the season, for the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championship. Altabelli to the lead. Altabelli clears by Cable. Cable's just got to hold on. Ty Norder's in 4th. Here they come. Bottom of the racetrack. Altabelli is going to win the battle, and the war goes to Ray Cable. He's your champion of 2024. And now we're starting to see smoking. Now we're starting to see drivers blowing tires or engines here.
Yep, 40 laps is a big distance. You know, typically, like you say, they only run 25 laps on a normal race.
Wow.
So no need to have a 25-lap race on the final race of the season when you have all this action in 40 laps.
And how about the caution after that incident? Went to almost a 30-lap green flag run to determine the winner of this event. Michael Altabelli winning the race. They got to go to the scales to make it official, obviously. Then we have post-race. And Ray Cable, unofficially, I would say he's the champion. He had to finish ahead of Ty Norder. He's 2 positions ahead of him. Post-race coming up right here at Natural Bridge. And Tim, let everybody know what's coming up here next weekend for the upcoming schedule. I can get down there, my friend.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Jackie, we're going to be down here. Actually, wish Joe Barger
happy birthday, Joe Barger. Forgot to wish him a happy birthday earlier tonight. Happy birthday, Joe Barger.
All here, top three, all the way across here. Yeah, Tim, just cover for me while I
Yes, sir. Once again, don't forget about next weekend, October the 12th, the prelude to the Fall Classics, American All-Star Series, $3,000 to win, plus Sportsman, Pure Stock, Mini All-Stars. Then the 18th and 19th is the Fall Classic, the event program to be announced soon. Then on October 25th and 26th, you have the Pro Late Model Paramount, Friday night scheduled to be announced. Then on Saturday, October the 26th, the American All-Star Series, $10,000 to win on Saturday, October the 26th for the All-American All-Star Series. But once again, we thank everyone for coming out tonight. Hope everybody enjoyed the modified race here in Natural Bridge Speedway. Once again, don't forget, be right back here next Saturday night for the prelude to the Fall Classics, the American All-Star Series, $3,000 to win, Sportsman, Pure Stock, and Mini All-Stars, all next Saturday night.
Well, as me and Tim mentioned, Michael Altabelli's going to win the battle. Ray Cable is going to win the war. There's going to be pyro and confetti and all sorts of cool things coming up. Just give us one moment. Oh, boy. And we're what?
North Champions.
And the North Champion as well. Yeah. So we're going to actually be talking to Ray Cable twice as a runner-up of this race. And then, of course, as the now second different champion in the Northern Championship of the Dirt Car Racing Modified Mafia Tour. Coming into tonight, all Ray Cable had to do, or Ty Norder had to do, was finish one position ahead of their competition. And Ray Cable took care of business. We're getting ready for a big post-race celebration. As Tim Southern mentioned, Natural Bridge right here, the prelude to the Crate Racing All-Stars next week. The Fall Classic, and there he is, Michael Altabelli, winning here. He said, damn, how much more? Boy, it sounded like a gun going off just then, didn't it? Sounded like the cannon at Indianapolis at 6 a.m. on the day of the 500. Michael, Congratulations. So listen, I know that you weren't in your regular 95 car, but being in this 58, hooking up with this team and working so quickly, congratulations to you. A $5,000 payday here at the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championship.
Yeah, that's awesome. Pretty cool here. My Jerry, Troy, Rick, all the guys helped. Travis, he's not here. My wife, my kids. I got to thank Dan Harding. He's my old car owner. And I want to thank George Beckett. He offers a ride there at Bedford the other week, and figured we finish out the year anyhow. And I'm glad we did, because pretty good there. We weren't very good earlier in the night, and Jerry went to work and got the car pretty good. It was, I wanted to stay on the bottom, but I kept telling myself, get up, get up, get up. And once I got up, boy, I could really roll up there in the middle. And so I'm just thankful, and we need the money. We can fix my truck, because it took us forever to get here because our truck broke down the way. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
People don't realize the traveling of us people when it happens and you're broke down on the side of the road. It's just, it's just absolutely. It's like what's going on over there in the Western North Carolina. You feel like just everything you need to do is just being vanished.
Yeah, I guess I can't bitch too much because it could be worse.
That's right.
We're here, so I feel like we should have got one here early in the year and kind of got away from us. So I'm just thankful, and I knew if I could get by Chris, I might be able to run down Ray, and Ray got into lap traffic there, and I looked, and there's only 5 laps to go. I was like, shit.
Did you realize you were 3 wide?
Yeah.
In the middle, 2 lap cars as a pick?
Yeah, I knew they were there, and I'm usually the guy that kind of eases out of it and just lets it go, but I said to hell with it tonight. I really wanted to win, so just thankful to be here, and I want to thank George again, and yeah, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here tonight. So I just appreciate everybody. Modified Mafia. I guess we came here and did the best we could, right? So let the cards fall where they fall.
Are you going to be driving this car anymore this year, or is this kind of like this week and next week at County Line, one and done?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We're undecided and uncommitted for 2025. I don't know yet. Don't know what I'm going to do.
There you go. Well, maybe this win might be a way to kind of renew their contract, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll finish in the number 1 position. Your winner tonight, $5,000 from Saxton, Pennsylvania. Show your love to Dan Altabelli. Michael Altabelli, 3rd in the DIRTcar. I'm sorry, I had the other guy in my ear. Michael Altabelli, you were 3rd in the DIRTcar national points as well, buddy. Good run.
Yeah, thanks. We'll take it. I think if we had won the race the last time we were here, we would have left here the point leader, and that would have helped. But, I mean, these guys are good. Ray and Ty and Chris. I mean, these are some of the best modified guys in the country. I'm just glad to be here and able to compete.
There you go. Michael Altabelli, usually in the Dan's Auto Body 95, now the 58, wins the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championship, $5,000 payday, 3rd in the DIRTcar Southern Championship standings. Ray, I know you're 2nd in the race, but there's a lot more important thing at the end of the spectrum. Hold your thoughts, hold your emotions. I'll be with you in just a moment. He was the runner-up, but overall the Northern Championship. And this man that has went through adversity and more, another podium finish for the Matoka Flash, Chris Arnold, another top 3. You like this track, don't you? It was fun tonight.
Yeah, I broke 2 laps after I took the lead. I lost brakes and broke my whole suspension on
wow.
Here. So I just lucky I finished 3rd. Not to take anything away from these guys, but man, my car was so good.
So when the car broke on lap 3, you still was leading the race?
No, I broke 2 laps after I took the lead.
Okay.
And then I was just kind of holding on and trying to see if I could make enough money to fix what I broke.
But I'll tell you what, like you said, the car was really good because even after you broke, you still held on to the spot for a good amount of time.
Yeah, I was able to roll the middle for a little while. I still had brakes, even with the broken suspension. But when I lost brakes, it was done. I couldn't roll the middle anymore, and I was just kind of sliding around.
I'll tell you what, man, I know we chatted about it Labor Day at County Line Raceway. You got a couple of wins at Virginia Motor Speedway with the Modified Mafia. I think, did you win at Potomac? Was it where you were at?
It's
just Virginia Motor Speedway, right?
Just Virginia Motor Speedway.
Gotcha.
This year, but we finish in the top 5 every time we've been out so far this year, and just
meaning to get to that. What does it mean to just get back behind the wheel of a race car?
Oh, I mean, it's just a blessing. God gave me a second chance at life, and I'm just trying to take advantage of every part of it.
Well, Bud, before I let you go, sponsors, I'm sure Brittany is watching, listening on CRN. Is the baby any day now, right? Any week?
Yeah, it's gonna baby girl's gonna come probably in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anytime. And yeah, I just can't thank everybody. My dad, my wife, Jim Stevens back at home, my shock guy, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Go Lithium Batteries, Sneaky Horse Traction, MW Butler, Close Racing Supply, All-Star Performance, Wares Machine, our new company, Tilted Race Cars, just trying to get better every night.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Matoka, Virginia, the Flash and the defending Northern Series champion from last year, Chris Arnold in the number 99W. And now another Northern champion. I call him the Iceman from Sykesville, Maryland. Daddy Cable, he did it. Me and you were chatting earlier. You knew what he had to do. It's now a reality, boss.
Well, it was between them three, and fortunately, he ended up second and got the championship.
Special moments indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, your official 2024 Dirt Car Racing Modified Mafia Tour presented by VP Race Fuel, Northern champion from Sykesville, Maryland. How about it for the Iceman, Ray Cable? Ray, congratulations, bud. There's people watching. There's people listening. There's a great crowd here tonight. Saw a phenomenal race, and I was getting excited. I thought you were going to try to win the battle and the roar and everything else, but you did what you needed to do to look at the big picture. Congratulations, champion.
Thank you. I'm glad we got it done in the championship. We've been consistent all year. I really think that was the key to it. Tonight with the win would have been a great cap off, but I made a mistake messing around with the lap cars a little too long, and Michael drove a hell of a race and pulled away with it.
I'll tell you what, not a winning season for you this year, but consistency. It reminds me a lot of Mr. Consistency of NASCAR, Mark Martin. I think that's the year you had this year. Would you take it back last year with your wins or being this champion right now here at the end of the spectrum?
I don't know. I feel like I'm 50-50 on it. I definitely love winning the races, but I feel like it's a big honor to win the Mafia. I mean, there's a ton of talented race car drivers in this series, and I'm happy we pulled away with the win.
Let's go back to the month of September. It wasn't a good month for you. Had technical issues and problems at County Line Raceway, bounced back. Then you blew an engine, your primary engine at Elkin, North Carolina at Ultimate Motorsports RV Park. And I thought you were done for. Somebody helped you get an engine, let you borrow it, finish out the year. And obviously, all of the emotions that went on, what was the mindset that Iceman had to get this job done for this moment?
The mindset was just to get through it. We cooked an engine there. I thought we were done for the year too, but I had two sponsors step up, help me get a motor, and it really saved our season for us.
Buddy, before we let you go, friends, family, loved ones, your dad, anybody you want to thank sponsor-wise? I know this is a special moment.
Absolutely. I got to thank my dad, Tony, my whole pit crew, Bobby, everybody who's here tonight, my girlfriend. I got to thank RBS Truck Collision, R.I. Spooner General Contracting, Adventure Technology Services, Miles Body Shop, Campbell Race Technology, everybody who's got a hand on this car. I wouldn't be able to do it without any one of them.
It's still close to a $6,000 payday leaving here, champion and runner-up. To make some words as the champion of his series of the North, obviously series director for the Dirt Car Modified Mafia, Mr. Brandon Reif, your words to the champion, boss.
Just a good job. That's like I was telling him a minute ago before you guys walked over. It's hard to win a championship at this level with this caliber of drivers, and he did what he had to do tonight. Everything but win the race. I'm sure that would have been a little bit sweeter, but he's overall our second champion. So congratulations to him and his team. They deserved it.
And maybe you can cap it off with a big win at Race for the Kids at County Line next Saturday night. I know that's a track you want to win at.
Absolutely. That's what we're hoping for. I feel like a lot this year. We're hoping for one spot better, and hopefully the last race is when it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 2 in the race for the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championship, but he is your 2024 second now Dirt Car Racing Modified Mafia Tour presented by VP Race Fuel, series champion from Sykesville, Maryland, the number 90 entry. That is the Iceman, Ray Cable. And now I have to say, podium drivers, please head to tech. Are we going to get all three on the podium here, though? Have we done that yet? So I'm going to get Arnold, Cable, and Altabelli on the standing on the podium for 1, 2, and 3, and then head to technical inspection. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was a hey. What's your thoughts of your buddy right here? You know, you were talking about y'all wrestling one another, being enemies on the mat back in the day, and you built a friendship. And obviously, it's got to be a special moment watching your friend Ray Cable win the title here.
Yeah, it's definitely fun to be a part of something that he's, you know, just naturally gifted at. So, you know, for him to let me tag along is an honor.
And listen, you said the word tag along. It ain't been an easy year, definitely. I mean, it's had its shares of roller coaster rides, definitely of emotion. It's got to be awesome to see at the end of the finish line for the North, you're being a champion for Reyes and the team.
Oh, absolutely. There was a lot of long nights, drives where we were unhappy with our performances, but you know, you get back into the shop and get back to digging.
And you still got one more county line, and then big races, right?
Oh. That's up to them.
That's up to them, right?
Just do the tires.
He does the tires. Well, the tires stayed in one piece tonight, right? We were wondering if tires would be popping. They didn't. So, all right, everybody head to tech. Everybody go home. I think the Bradleys want to cut the lights off. Thank y'all for being here. And of course, Amanda Bradley, all the amazing staff here at Natural Bridge Speedway. We want to remind you of the prelude to the Crate All-Stars event next week, the Fall Classic, and the American Crate All-Stars 10,000 to win race in October at the end of the month. And we want to thank you and yours for joining us for DIRTcar on CRN, the Community Radio Network. The audio cast will be available on all major podcast platforms and outlets, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Tuned In, iTunes, you name it. And then, of course, the video call and the broadcast with Tim Southern and myself will also be available on YouTube on replay. Michael Altabelli wins the battle. Ray Cable wins the war to close out tonight in the Commonwealth of Virginia. For Tim Southern, this is Wesley Outland. Thanks for joining us for our coverage tonight. God bless. We'll see you next year for the Modified Mafia in 2025. And thanks for coming to the Commonwealth Open Wheel Championship here at Natural Bridge Speedway.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
You've been listening to an exclusive presentation of the Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN. Your CRN. My CRN. Our CRN. We are CRN. The Community Radio Network now and the new WCRN 87.9 FM. And still always anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.